And I think buys are going to be the move.
You think so?
Yep.
I think sells.
I think we both could be right. How do you think it's going to play out for sells?
Daily.
Oh, gotcha.
Plus, I'm still on sells from last night.
Really?
Yeah. Sitting at about 50, 60 pips.
Nice.
Plus the daily's bearish, so I think we're going to be retesting that 750 like we just did, those wicks to the left, and then coming back down. But buys definitely could be the move too. I think if we came back and we formed like a support here, and then had that take it up to here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Especially because we already broke the previous 4-hour high, so that's just all the more confirmation.
Yeah, that 4 hour just didn't really do anything though.
Yeah.
See what happens with this 2 hour candle. I think we just didn't have any volume to go anywhere, but I think this wick is gonna pull us down. So we kinda we could have this area here. I don't like that color. Go blue. So we have this here and this here. So we're either kinda or is what I'm thinking.
That makes sense.
I think this is a fake out up top here, and we're going to close back below.
Yeah, sells could. I think the sell move would be a lot nicer. There's a lot more.
Yep.
Lot less resistance, I guess, or support.
Yeah.
To catch it.
Yep. Yep, that's what I think so too, Will. I think this is just the top wick of the daily, kind of wicking into here, to then fall down.
Yo, yo.
Yep.
Dude, I wanted to do New York this morning, and I got up, I went to the bathroom, and I just stood in front of my bed. I was so exhausted. I don't know why. I got a good amount of sleep too. I was just so exhausted.
That's weird.
Even though this is a bullish right now, I think we're gonna get stopped out right here at this resistance because that's like 4-hour resistance and a 30-minute,
Yeah, I
and
think
even like multiple time frames.
Yep, I think it's gonna stop right in here.
Really, not even up at the top, just at the wicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Where does this bullish candle momentum even come from? It's a pretty big candle.
If this 30-minute breaks his wick, I think we're 100% going up here. Can never say 100%, I'm 95% sure.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yep.
Yo.
How's everybody doing today?
Not too bad.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Getting going.
You still in those cells, the runners, Paul?
Yep. Yeah, I'm up like 55-ish pips.
Damn, bro, you're a swing trader.
Killer, killer.
Dope, honestly. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Is swaps gonna kill you on that? You think, or you think you'll be solid? I'm not sure how swaps work anymore. I haven't really swing traded anything.
Me neither. I've never held it this long before either.
Like, what is this? Is day 2 now?
Yes.
And what's the swap fee?
63 cents.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought it'd be a lot higher than that.
They're only 0.5s.
Yeah, but still, I thought even swaps like that, I thought they were at least a couple dollars, like per like 0.10.
We have no idea.
I remember a while ago when I was on that software or whatever, anytime after 5 o'clock hit, like, dude, the software would just wag out, dude, and the swap fees would, like, raise like crazy.
Yo, anyone catch that breakout?
Nope.
It was too early.
Why'd it have to do that right now? Wasn't looking.
Yeah, I'm kind of favoring sells, but previous 4 hour was bullish, and it looks like we made a lot of support down there.
I think it's gonna be sells too, even though the previous 4 hours is bullish, because I think we're gonna get stopped out right here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I think it's going to come up and retest that area that we kind of broke through heavy on the 4 hour.
Grab a nice support there, dude. Nice resistance. Bring it all the way down to 0.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it depends on the 30-minute right now. It's like it's trying to break its previous top wick, and if it can't, I think it's gonna head down from right there.
Do you guys think that because it's gonna hit that resistance and then be a 4 hour pullback to go down? Is that what you guys?
Ideally.
Yeah,
Yeah, once it hits that, is that what
Yeah.
you?
that's what I think.
I'm kind of with you there. What it is, DJ, it could fly all the way back up and maybe tap into that like
These wicks. up there.
even at like 132, 150 area.
Yeah.
But taking into consideration the previous daily, it was form bearish. And then, also to take in I know what Paul was talking about at the beginning of the week. It couldn't break the previous weekly high. It came closer, but it didn't.
That the resistance it's coming up to is pretty strong, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think we're coming back up here because I broke it down on Sunday. So let me drop to the hourly. I'll break it down again. So you see this was last week. This was our top wick that we pulled back right here. Every time we pulled back a little lower, kind of making lower lows each time, and then we had the finish. Same thing here. We pulled back lower than here, lower than here, pulled back lower than here. So if we pull back, we should stay lower than here and continue, but I don't think we're coming that high. I think this is going to be kind of the peak we get, and then we're going to continue down because our daily finally came back bearish. So now we're kind of looking.
This is
So-
making pop wick.
Yep. So.
Maybe we could catch it in the session.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying.
Instead of Paul taking all his trades after we get off.
So, anyways, we have this here. Now we have this here.
Yeah.
And now we have this lower high here with lower low, lower low, lower low. When we make a lower high with a lower low, we go test the lower low. So that's where we're going.
Applauds to you. That's a solid way of looking at it. Big time.
Some people listen when Rakil speaks.
So you don't think we're coming up to 132.8? You think we're gonna stop here?
I think, but I could obviously be wrong. But if we're looking at price action, it makes sense for us to come further down.
Yeah.
Unless this daily candle is completely going to be disrespected and we run up. Which could happen, but I think it's more likely. Because if we were going to go up, this is what I was looking for last night. I don't know if I said it. But, where's my thingy? So this one was the daily wick fill we wanted yesterday. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But look what happened here. Every time we reversed. See how we didn't come back and fill it? We didn't come and fill it. Same thing here. We didn't fill it or break it. So the idea would be we should continue to come down. Same thing up here.
So you said the drop is next.
Yes.
If we're looking at through that structure.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
So we'd be looking for some sort of resistance right now for a sell.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess time will tell, boys.
Yeah, I mean, if we get buys, if we come back, form support, we'll take it up short term. But if there's a late sell entry at like 8:30, 9 o'clock again, I'll probably get in
Yeah.
small position in on that again because that'll be like 3 days in a row.
It's a really
And
good.
make- Egg us all before you take it.
I mean, I just broke down what I was looking for, so.
Dude, it happens every time I get off, like 15 minutes later.
Yeah, because I got the cells in. It was a 30-minute break. Asian. Yeah, I got cells in right when we broke this wick. Stop loss right here, so.
Ooh, that's a fire entry. You still holding it?
Yeah, 7 pip stop loss. And I was up 70 pips earlier today, but I think we're just pulling back to further down, so.
Did you take any partials off it or no?
Yeah, I put a normal position size in and I secured 85% here. So I secured like, I don't know, 700 ish, I think. And then I have just a 1 lot running. So
You had a 1 lot running?
yeah, so if it gets stopped out,
Nice.
I mean, no big deal. But if
Where's your stop?
it's just break even up here.
Oh, you didn't move it down.
But I'm definitely gonna be, if we break here, then I'll be closing it. But if we continue to follow the target, I'm just gonna leave it in, and if it makes an extra, I don't know, 2, 3, 4%.
Literally be riding the wave.
Yep, and just see. I don't believe these buys because it's pushing up so early in the session.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Dude,
you
this
know.
is the most volume I've seen in a while.
Yeah. So if anything, we'll trade it zone to zone, from top to bottom. And ideally, I think this should break. So
Yeah, my thought is like we've kind of made that low, and now we're just gonna come back up, and then we'll just take it back down to the low.
Yep.
But yeah, this is kind of crazy. I haven't seen this form like this quick, and have this much volume this early in a session.
Yeah, I'm really surprised this freaking drove up this much.
Yeah.
I walked away for like 10 minutes.
I was gonna say, I know I've been talking about the foul rule a lot, but I think today's the day I'm breaking it.
I was just gonna say that, bro. Me and you have been like sticking that pretty hardcore, I think.
Yeah, because even yesterday, I was gonna say I took the trade yesterday, the sell, and I in the back of my head I knew it was just creating a higher low, but I still took it, try to stick to the plan, and it did end up working out. So I'm gonna see today if it rejects off this resistance here.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even take a trade last night. I took one this morning with Paul, and it was a nice trade. But yeah, I'm kind of with you on this one. Normally, I've been really, really strict on the 4 hour, but I just think looking at overall higher time frames, this one, I mean, I think it's coming bearish.
Well, what Paul showed on the daily, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Well, yeah, and for any of the guys that's in our private group here, I put our weekly outlook at the beginning of the week, and that top resistance at 132, like 570 area. I had that marked up on Sunday night, and it basically, this is the push that it pushed all the way up and drove and basically tapped. That's where we found that resistance, and now we're coming down and pushing off that pretty heavy.
yep.
So that's why, I mean, overall, I still do think that we're going to fill those wicks down to the bottom. Even if it doesn't happen, I mean, obviously it's Wednesday now, so it's not going to happen this week. But I think next week is when it possibly could start that.
I would have been way too sketched out to take this buy here.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
It's just so early. It's not even 6 o'clock.
Yeah, if anything, I would have waited. I would have waited for a close, and then at this point, like with this close or the initial close outside the zone, I wouldn't have taken it because my stop would have been huge.
Well, yeah, and kind of going back on that though, if you look at the 30 minutes, I mean, we basically were in a 15 pip range like almost all day after that initial drop. You see what I'm looking at?
Yeah, it didn't go any. I was waiting all day for that freaking drop.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I'm thinking maybe this was just kind of anticipated volume from the day that's kind of now pushing in now that we're going to start getting Asian volume.
I believe it's a long-term sell, Omar, at least for for the week until we aren't long-term, until we aren't sells. But a short-term buy, yeah, I'll take that for sure. But I think sells are going to be, if we get resistance up here, I think that's going to be
Beautiful.
a better trade because it's already pushed up all the way to this resistance, and we still have an hour 15, hour 18 till Asian Open volume technically comes in. So
Dude, that'd be a fire drop.
Yep, it's gonna be really clean. I think coming down. Even if we do inch up a little bit higher too, I'm not mad about that.
Be nice if we could get early entries too. I don't really see it breaking 800 here though.
yeah, it's pretty heavy right here, so we'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of wicks on it if you look at like a 30-minute chart.
You can see it on the hour too.
I mean, the 2 hour looks
2 hour. What?
I know. Paul said that in the group earlier on the 2 hour, and I was like, wait, what?
okay.
Turning off the 2 hour now.
Yeah, I'm allowing, because you know I said I've been working on a rule. Yo, someone's got to fix their mic. That's annoying as shit. I don't know whose mic that is. I'm just going to mute everyone. Someone's mic's echoing is really annoying. But, I've been looking at the 2 hours, so instead of doing my 4 hour rule, since the 4 hour is longer than I'm even at the charts in one session, I figured the 2 hour could be another bias. So if the 4 hour is making sense and it's going to allow a trade, perfect, I'll use that. But if the 4 hour is going to kind of screw me and make me miss or not allow me to take a really nice clean trade like yesterday's buys, the 2 hour will allow it, and I'm still not breaking a rule because I really don't like to break my rules when I trade. So that way I won't be breaking a rule, and I'll be able to participate in that super easy trade. So
That definitely makes a lot of sense.
yeah, the 4 hours a really good rule, but I mean I'd have to be at the chart for at least 4 hours then, and normally I'm only at it for like an hour or two.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes the 2 hour looks a lot cleaner than the 4 hour too, so it's a better picture in your mind.
oh, that's what I was doing on the 2 hour. I forgot what I was even doing up there. So 2 hour price, 2 hour, whatever chart you look at, we made a low. We're coming up, retesting to continue down, and we have clean traffic down here, down to here, and clean traffic on the daily. And structure looks exactly the same on every single time frame. So you guys remember the daily we just went over. Kind of down, up, down, up, down. So
Rejected hard here right now.
yep, I'm seeing that.
See, I like that candle setup where it leaves like, even if it closes bullish here, I've seen a lot of times where you grab with those. It's like, I guess you would call that like a liquidity grab, right, or no? Where it leaves like a huge top or bottom wick, and then the next candle's always pretty. At least I see at least like 10 pips in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider that big enough for a grab, but what you're saying makes total sense.
I've been trying to find like other setups or ways to look at the chart that I can incorporate, because it kind of sucks when you sit there for hours on end, especially in New York, and it just doesn't give you anything, and then you constantly see candles or certain moves where you're like, I wish I could understand how I could have grabbed that, but it's not, it doesn't correlate to how you look at the charts.
Yep. We haven't even broke 400 viewers this week. I feel attacked. But no, have you noticed on Instagram, when you open it up now, it says from Facebook on it. Mine never used to say that.
Really?
Right on the bottom when you like just open up your app, it says something from from Facebook.
I haven't updated mine, so maybe after you update it comes up.
When you open the app. I don't have that.
Maybe it's the new camera.
Oh. Oh, the loading screen. I see it on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess they want you to know that Instagram is from Facebook.
Yeah.
You see, Facebook. What are they doing? They have like a shop now. They're coming out with a shop or something.
A store or something, I heard.
Taking over the world, dude.
Damn. Facebook bought them. That's cool.
Wow, your 15-hour looks so different than mine.
Interesting. Never really thought into it, but it makes sense, I guess. There we go, Mark. Eat that popcorn.
Is your chart frozen?
No,
What the fuck?
I was about to say it better not be frozen. I'm not trying to drop signal again.
Dude, I feel like I'm actually looking at a different pair right now on mine.
Well, what
Dude, Anthony, is that you again?
what do you have for your do you have FXCM or Wanda?
I don't know. I'm on MT4. Could you?
Oh yeah, that's why my MT4 looks way different than this.
Ah.
Yeah, MT4 is always different.
Yeah, but normally it's not my 15-minute, dude. Normally it's just my 4-hour.
Oh, my entire chart looks completely different, so I always map it out on TradingView, and then just execute at the new low on MT4.
Yeah.
Yeah. What up, Kurt?
I wanted to create a 15-minute bearish candle here, and then take it for a sell.
Yep, I'm waiting for a new low. So what I'm thinking might happen is we might get a weak kind of bearish close like this, maybe, and then a wick up, and then a come back down. Either enter below here on that 15 once it goes above, makes that top wick for the next 30-minute. Or we're gonna get a.
Repeat that. Sorry.
So this one, it happens all the time where GJ will. I'm trying to find an example. I'll try and draw it. See how this works out. So if this one closes like this with no top wick, this next one is going to wick up and then break the low here, and then we'll continue down.
That's where you want to take an entry?
Yeah, once we get a new low.
Yeah, I could respect that.
Yeah. But if this candle here doesn't do this first, then I'm not going to take the new low.
For what, like some kind of retest?
Just confirmation, because if this closes like this will be a 30-minute close, which means we close. Let me get rid of this cursor thingy. Which means we close like this. This wick is going to need to attempt to be filled unless we just break the low.
Yeah.
So if we wick up and then come down, that's kind of like that rocket ship candle we talk about.
See, what confuses me.
Here's the example right here. See how this one closed like this, like we are right here?
Yeah.
Wick below, make that bottom wick for the higher time frame, and continue.
Okay. So, like, what I get confused about, like, on my NT4, my 30-minute is pretty much a doji. Right, it was before this pushed up a little bit. So it's like, you look at TradingView, and you see what you're looking for, right? Like, you see your picture there. But then you look at MT4, and it just, like, discombobulates any thoughts that you had.
No. I get what you're saying, but just pick one, and then just always trade it so it's consistent. Don't go back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, no, honestly, bro, I used to do the same thing. So what I do is you're using TradingView basically for a visual. So once you have your overall idea marked down, then just do your same markings with a line on your MetaTrader, and then just go to your MetaTrader and only trade off that.
Yeah, I think I gotta get another monitor.
Oh yeah, dude. You only have one?
No, I have two, but
Oh.
I think I should start marking up on TradingView because everything just looks a lot more cleaner, and like you could zoom out better on the candles. You could see more.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mark everything up on TradingView, and then like I said, I'll go over to my MT4 and then really dive in where I'm taking my entries and exits and shit.
Mike, your headset's like borderline busted, I think.
I'm just using the. What's it sound like? Does it sound really bad?
No, I think when we talk, are you on the phone?
No, I'm on my laptop.
You don't got a headset in?
No, I don't have a headset.
I think we're coming through the speaker. That's fine. It's just an echo.
The volume is way too high. Let's shut that down.
Alright.
Some Apple headphones in, my man.
Dude, I can't do headphones, bro. Let me see if I go to my sound. Is that better like this?
Hello? Yeah.
Can you hear me better now?
No, it was when we talked. It went through your laptop speakers through the mic, but it's not anymore.
Oh, I got what you mean.
Yeah. You think we're gonna have trouble going through 6 to 4 in that range area?
No. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, if we do, we do. But if we get the rules to enter, I'm gonna enter, and it's gonna either go through or it's not.
Yeah, I think our best bet is to get. I think the best entry is to get off the resistance being created. Anything after that, it'd be a little sketched out.
Mm-hmm.
Get your fingers on the triggers.
Go on the 1 minute, put a line on. Yo, we all like the stream. Get the 150 likes yet?
3 away. I made it lower
2
today
away.
so we could get to charts sooner.
You gotta do what you gotta do, though, dude. It benefits everyone. The more likes you get, the more the stream gets out there.
Mm-hmm. So with this 2-hour closing, what we're gonna want to see next is this next one, make a lower high to this one, and then start to fall. So on this 30-minute, we're gonna want to see this wick not get broken, and price to close bearish or break the low.
Are you waiting for a 30-minute? Oh no, you're gonna take it on the 15 break? Like if it breaks it on the 15-minute?
It's gonna need to make a top wick first.
Yeah, it's got to come up a little bit and then maybe break the bottom lows.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is that 15-minute low the 30-minute low on yours?
What?
This. Is that your 30-minute low on TradingView?
Should be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the low of the 30 minutes. Whatever time frame, 15 or 30. 15 gives us a better entry point, then focus on the 15.
Alright, let's see some charts. Perfect, now I can get this off the screen. We can get to business.
I like how you do that, that's good.
I mean, like I just said in the chat, I'm here for free 5 days a week. All I ask is 150 likes before you make me work. So I think it's a fair trade.
Yeah, Paul deserves it, man. Everybody give a like on the stream.
I think we're good. We got it there. Yep. Yeah. Normally I did 200, but it's just been taking like an hour and a half to get there. So that was too long with no charts. I feel like we can do some more learning before we're halfway into it. Alright, JB, I got you first. You've been waiting for this one. This better be impressive. It didn't. Oh, I fucked it up. That's fine. Oof. Nice. Very nice. Nice job, JB.
Yeah, so if this 15 closes bullish, I don't think I'll be looking just quite yet.
Yeah, as long as 15 doesn't break the previous 15 high and fix that, it's good news.
Yeah, yep. I still think a break on that will be solid. I just kind of would prefer if this was bearish.
We'll see, man. Still only 7 o'clock, so still a lot of time to set up.
Oh yeah, it could fly up another 20 pips and then create the resistance.
That would be a good spot.
Who's using magic keys?
Oh, that was me.
William, to get into Zoom, you need to join the subscription or the mentorship on the website below, right here.
Nice. 15-minute.
So I'm expecting a wick above here and then a break below here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put my chart in Zoom if you want to look at it.
I will pull it up as I'm kind of waiting on this entry and then I'll get to it.
So are you looking for a wick to be higher than the previous 15? Like into the next zone?
Above the 15, the bearish one is okay, not above the wick. Excuse me.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yep, I got in on that break there.
Nice. Where's your stop?
I put it above the previous 15.
The bearish one?
Yeah, just because if this does come up in wick, I didn't want to get stopped because that would have only been like a 2-pip stop.
Yep.
Even this one was only like a 4.5 pip. So
Yeah, it
it's
was nice.
still decently tight.
Oh, you got him too?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for the 30. Stop loss above that bearish 15.
I think I'm definitely gonna be this trade like pretty early here, just in case we reject that 600.
I was gonna say, I just want to say I'm in this trade too, even though it's against the 4-hour rule.
It's gonna blow your mind when you win.
Yeah, so I'm gonna manage this trade accordingly. So if we start getting above this 15, then I'll start looking to close and save a couple pips. But if this 15 kind of closes where we're at, then we'll just have to monitor it. Because I agree with Paul, that 30-minute break will be like crucial.
Where's the 30-minute break?
It's about a pip and a half away, 2 pips.
Oh, okay.
Mine's like a millimeter away right now.
Mine just passed.
I've got about 1 pip away still.
Yeah, mine broke 2.5 pips ago.
Jeez. So yours already broke, Paul?
Yep, it just broke.
Yeah, mine came right down to it, and then it pulled back.
You got a stop loss above the previous 15?
Yeah, I did above previous 15 just to be safer. It was a real type stop either way, so I figured. Because what could have happened is this could have broke 15 and then kind of created that small wick up and not broken the previous, and then it could have dropped.
I'm gonna wait for this 15 minute to close.
I got it once we broke the 30 minute though.
Cool.
But it stops above the 30. 11 pip stop, but I'm fine with that.
One thing that I like is on the 5 minutes, breaking like the zones it created before.
I just don't like how small this little range is here.
It feels so wrong for me to go against my rule, or not like our rule.
That's good though.
Well, it was good to develop new things as well, right? But like, still follow your rule and stuff, right? It's not technically breaking your entire trading plan.
As
Yeah.
long as you know you're going against it and you're doing it logically,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think it's
my-
better than just going against it and not really, batting an eye to it.
Why we're taking the trade, exactly.
My main reason was the resistance. It was at the 4-hour and the 30-minute, like, and then it being a bearish previous daily, and then the weekly not breaking the high. Like all those combining together.
What's your guys' spreads right now?
1.
Mine's 1 as well.
Damn.
Yeah, same.
I'm at 2.
Yeah, I got 2.
1.5.
Mine's at like 1.4, 1. It keeps jumping back and forth.
I'm gonna switch, I think. See, like, areas like this, I feel like that one extra pip, that like 1.5, means so much.
What's your spread like for UJ?
0.1, 0.
Yeah. So I've started trading UJ more because I can have like a 2 pip stop loss, and you can aim for like 6 pips. I found it like, and UJ on the 5 minute is wicked to trade.
Really? Never thought of that.
Yeah, I mean, just have a look. You can see setups are so clear. Like you see like reversal setups on the 5 minute, and you have it run with the 200 moving average. It will tap it, do a reversal setup, and then boom, you can get like a 5 to 6 risk reward, risking 2-3 pips. And there's like 0 spread, so you don't have to worry about getting stopped out by a spread.
Have you been here the last like week on the stream?
Yeah, I've been like, because there's no lockdown here, so I've been hungover, so I don't want to chat, but I'm clean-headed today, so I can chat for a bit.
Yeah, I've been talking about this new like strategy I've been trying to pick up on the 5 minute, like 3 days in a row now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I never thought about using it on UJ, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Like have a look at UJ and have it moving with like a 200 moving average, and you'll see like real clear, easy, like you can see it very consistently tap it, do a reversal formation, then boom.
I've been doing the 5 minute strat on GJ, but it's pretty hard because of the spread is basically half that if I get like a 5 pip stop. But I'm gonna try that on UJ. It's clever.
I mean, last night, I don't know what time would have been for you, but I took 2 trades within the space of like 2 hours, buying UJ and then selling it, and both had a risk reward of like 3 to 4.
Yeah, you see a lot of supports created, and you could get in with like a 5 pip stop loss and get a 1-to-1 really quick.
Yeah, it's like if you look at UJ now in the 5 minute, I've kind of marked out my zones and whatnot. It pumped up, tapped into the zone I was looking at, and then 2 bearish 5 minutes. So I've put a sell stop underneath the little zone, and it just tapped me in, and then now straight in profit. Don't have to worry about anything. Now it's like a 2 pip stop loss, 3 pip stop loss.
Risking $100, you got 2 pip stop loss. Have like a 200 lot size.
It's not too bad. So like, it doesn't really matter because you're gonna win or lose the same. Well, you're gonna lose the same amount of what you would if you were risking a GJ trade.
Yeah.
And there's 0 spread to consider. So.
But it's nice though because you could leverage. You can leverage your lot really well on trades like that.
Yeah, it just doesn't move as much. So you're risking 2 pips for 6 versus 10 pips for 30.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So I find it more preferable because it doesn't have to move as much. And if you've got like a swing trade on, you can have that 2 pip risk, get your 6, 7, 8 pips, whatever you're looking for risk reward wise. Keep one lot in at like or quarter, but bear in mind if you're risking 1% of like 100k, that's a 50 lot size, so you can take off 40 and you have like 10 lot just running.
Hey Paul, is your thing a little bit jumpy right now or no?
No.
For some reason mine's a little jumpy, like it's jumping numbers like really weird.
It does that to me sometimes in gold.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. I was like 1 pip away from having a 1-to-1 and I was gonna take it, but I'm like, you know what, let's wait for it. Now I'm basically at break even again.
You were 1 pip from 1-to-1.
Yeah, I got in at 69. And stop loss was only 4 pips.
Where's your guys' stop loss above the right here or above the current 15 minute?
The bearish one.
Have it above the current 15 minute.
Yeah, I put 1 and 1. I've got 2 positions running. I put one of them above that 15 and then the other one's above the 30. Just to kind of manage the trade.
Yeah.
Not a fan of this pullback though.
It moved like a 2
I don't think
pips.
it's anything to worry about.
2 pips.
Excuse me.
it's quite funny being over here in Vietnam where everything's kind of lockdown's pretty much finished now. And you can see the rest of the world. It just looks like it's hardcore.
I'm over this lockdown.
Yeah. We still haven't had a death here, you know.
That's
0?
lies. They're lying.
Don't know, man. Like,
Do you not have it there?
there's not been a communal outbreak for almost a month now. Like, we've had about 300 cases or less.
And not a single person died.
Nah, I think there's someone like a British tourist that's kind of on the brink, but they're still keeping him pretty in there. So, yeah, this is like the best place in the world to be in right now. Yeah, pretty chuffed that I picked it.
Showboating over here.
Like Dubai and Abu Dhabi are like ahead of the game.
What do you mean, Sahil? Just go up to Nunavut. There's no cases there.
Just come to Jersey, dude. You'll get it tomorrow.
I'm gonna be.
Frickin' when it started coming out, I think within like 2 weeks, both my parents had it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Are
my
they
dad's
okay?
a roofer in New York, and my sister went to Florida with her daughter. They came back, and all of a sudden, my mom started getting really sick, and then my dad started getting sick. That shit's scary though, because my mom looked like she was on her deathbed, like she was like sick.
They're better now, though, right?
Yeah. My
Okay.
dad got tested again, and he's negative for it, but
That's good.
Yeah,
it's
that's
definitely creepy.
What the heck? Where did my trades go?
what happened.
Where's my freaking trades?
Try refreshing. It's gone completely. What?
It's gone. It closed minus. Why did it close? Cool. Awesome. Close my. Fucking bullshit.
Did you
FTMO
click
closed it?
It closed one of my positions and I have not.
Did it say you got stopped out?
No, I was trying to drag my horizontal line. It must have moved the stop. Figures.
I was gonna say, are you sure you didn't click on the magic keys by mistake?
I was in the bath. I wasn't at the keyboard. I couldn't have clicked it. No, it must have moved. I was trying to drag my horizontal line where I enter. It must have dragged the stop loss, I guess, because...
What, you were trying to drag like how you put the stop loss up and down?
No, because when I enter on MT4, I place a line where I want to enter. And I was trying to double click it and delete it, and it dragged like a stop loss line or an entry line or something. It must have hit. Figures.
Did you lose money?
$10.
Better than 10,000.
If it was $1 million account, then it would be 10K down.
No, because it was basically at break even.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I must have pressed something, I guess. But I mean, whatever, I guess. I think we're still going down, so I guess I'll just see how it plays.
You could kind of basically re-enter your position, whatever you lost here.
Yeah, it's pretty much at my entry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. This could be actually a better take.
No, I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute to close and see where we go. Because if we come up and stop out, then I lose less. But if we continue, we should close bearish and make a new low and continue, and then I'll re-enter.
Yeah, I just moved my stop losses down now to the previous 15-minute now. Because if you're continuing to head down, we shouldn't break the wick of the 15-minute.
Yeah.
Mike, you're gonna have to mute your mic when you don't talk.
Me?
I think it's
my wife's doing it today. Usually it doesn't do that.
No, I think it's Mike that's echoing.
Yeah, I'll just mute when you guys are talking then. My bad.
Are you good?
Yo,
Yep.
how's everyone doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. You in
Waiting for
cells, yeah?
these pips.
I got a. Never mind.
Yeah, I minimized my stop loss as well, guys. I brought it down on the current top of the 30-minute wick.
We re-entered.
No. There was no confirmation for an entry, so I can't re-enter. So, but if
I was
anything,
gonna
I'm
s-
probably just gonna hold instead of securing at like 10 or whatever. I'll probably let it just run a little longer and just set it break even and add it to my runner and take it at support down here if we get there.
Oh, you have another position?
Well, so since I have these runners in, I think my magic keys has been acting. I have to input the risk every time because it placed like a 3.75 and then the double trade placed a 0.15, and then I had to just enter it again. So I entered I had a 0.5 and then a 0.35% plus an additional random 0.51 in there. So
Can't you kind of leverage with your runner though?
I could, yeah.
If you wanted an entry or something, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a quick question. I'm not sure if you did, Paul, but did anyone update their magic keys to the newest?
Not yet.
No. I'm wondering if it gets rid of your settings, like the folder.
I don't have magic keys, but I seen Wickstone Live's video on the update, and I love how you can change in between those positions like that now.
What do you mean?
He posted a video, I was gonna say like last week or something like that, and it was something to do with closing. Like you know, you guys just click partial close now, like and you guys close 75% or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's like I think I I don't have magic keys. I just watched from the video I was watching, but it was saying now you can there's a button where you can change like multiple different positions, individually close them like by yourself instead of just clicking partial close and closing like 75%. If you know what I mean, or something like that. It was something like that. You have to
Where'd you
watch
see the video?
It's Instagram.
Oh, I gotta look.
It was like last week or like the week before, something like that.
Yeah, it was along the lines where it's I guess when you guys hit partial closes, it closes 75% of all positions. So now you can close them on individual positions.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it was that. Like Silo explained it better.
So
Yeah, I was always nervous. I always had to manually modify.
The update was really neat because then you can like flip them back and forth between all the positions like really quickly.
Yo, is there a certain link you have to go to get the update?
Yeah, you do magickeys.trade/downloads.
I got you. Thank you.
Just I don't know if it gets rid of your settings because someone told me you had to uninstall the program because there was like an error or something.
A bug.
Yeah, so I mean, if you uninstall it, I assumed that you would lose the settings that you changed.
It's all good. I can change it. What's the password to get into the download center? I forget.
Amazing.
That's right.
Yo, Hume, did you have to uninstall the Magic Keys program to update it?
It's not letting me in.
Hi, man. I had it fresh, so I just downloaded the new version only. I haven't really modified any settings. I'm just getting used to it.
It's awesome, dude. I would totally go on the website and read all the things about the buttons and stuff.
Yeah, I tried it on my demo account, and it seems to be pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't want to mess with it on live straight away.
Nah, just open 100 lot and do it.
Exactly. But so far, so good.
Yeah, it's sick. Yo, Paul, do you know if there's a way that you could put like a partial stop loss? Like, say you're up 20 pips and you want to put a partial stop loss at, say, like 10 in case it retraces. Do you know if there's anything like that?
Yeah, it's right on the magic keys. It should say partial SL. Oh no, I lied. You have to press the FN key
That's it? Just the FNK?
Yep, the data, it'll bring up the partial SL button.
Oh, that's sick.
Yep.
Dude, that
Dude,
changes.
I'm bullish on DJ.
The man thought of everything.
Dude, think about that. You're up 20 pips, and instead of... Because, like, it always pisses me off that I take 10, and I just don't see
Yeah,
it.
look at the 4 hour.
And say you're up 14, you just put that partial there, dude, and you can let it run.
Yep.
Oof.
I've been using 2 of the settings. Also,
I can see this.
auto break even, and auto partial TP.
Yeah, I use auto BE, partial TP, stop loss at entry,
Mm-hmm.
and close custom.
I haven't figured out the difference between SL at entry and auto BE. Like,
So, you know how partial TP puts a line, and once it hits that, it takes their partial profits?
Mhm.
Same thing with auto BE. Say, as soon as it hits that auto BE line, it automatically break evens your trade.
so the
But say... Sorry, what?
SL at entry is just a manual way of doing that
Yeah.
break even thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stefanos, why are you bullish?
So, I was just looking at this. I was looking at the 4 hour, and I feel like it's making a higher low, and it might flip bullish. Cause I mean, I do go by trend lines sometimes, and it just makes sense that it might be reacting to it on the 15-minute, along with a trend line up here. You want me to do it on the Zoom?
Yep, you can do it. I think we're coming back to that support though.
Oh, you do? Yeah. I think it's gonna bounce off of that support and then start coming up right here.
Oh, I think we're coming to the purple line, minimum. Because look at structure right now.
It's definitely, yeah. I mean, overall structure is bearish, but the fact that price came back up into the area over here, let me get the one off.
Daily top wick, I think.
It closed above 131.606, which I think was a big zone. And now I think it's just retracing to start coming back up to maybe 131.800.
Mm-hmm. It could.
Right now we have lower highs and lower lows on the 5-minute. So the way I would look at it is if we tap this 600 area right here and I start seeing like a bullish close or the high being broken, normally what I've noticed on the 5-minute is that's where it's going to form the support, and it'll probably retrace up. I'll probably close my partials there, take a few
Yeah,
pips.
I was gonna get sales with you guys too, and then I like stepped back for a second and I looked at the higher time frame. I was like, wait a minute, this could just be retracing to keep coming back up. So who knows? We'll see.
Well, did you see what Paul was talking about on the daily?
I got into the stream a little bit later, so I think I missed it.
It made a lot of sense. I don't know if Paul's running through it.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Paul, I'd love to hear it.
Yep. So, this, hold on. So this is kind of where we pulled back last week, I think. Yeah, it's daily. So this is kind of where we were pulling back last week. And then we have, this is when it pulled up into this resistance here. This wick was lower than this daily. We started to come down with the higher low, lower low, lower low, lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, come back lower low. And you see how this daily never broke that previous daily? That makes me think we're going to come down to right here.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
So we'll see what happens.
The only thing that caught my eye in the beginning of the week was that that first bullish candle on the daily. how it opened up and it started out with a gap down, and then it just shot up. And I honestly, I mean, it's playing out right now. It might just be retracing and heading back up. That's just my thought, but like I said, well,
Yeah.
we don't know.
Yeah, it could go up. I think the daily is going to be coming down. I think this was just a top wick on the daily.
It's so hard to listen to both of these going on.
Both biases could definitely play out. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
It depends on your profit targets as well and your stop losses. So, you know, someone could be swinging this for a long with a massive stop loss, or vice versa. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just closed all positions right there, a little bit over 1-to-1.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good. Good day today.
Yeah, my UG, I'm just at break even, so I've got nothing to worry about. I'm still confident it's going to go down.
Same. I think it's going to go down a lot more.
GJ? Yeah.
I want to see this 5-minute break this low here.
Yeah, they've been slowing down a little bit. What's up, Frankie? Cute and small, I guess.
I'm cute and small. Yo, Mike, did you take the break on your MT4 rather than TradingView?
Yeah, yep. I took it right on the 15-minute break, and stops again were above the previous 15. I could have done it on that wick, but I figured for the 1.5, 2 pips, it was safer on the previous 15.
Yeah, I was thinking that. That was a good entry you got.
Yeah, I've watched this play out, I would say 10 times without taking it over the last 3 weeks, and I'm like, you know what, man? It's that, because what I've noticed is a lot of times is I would wait for that 30 to break. It would break, maybe drop, 4 or 5 pips, and it would retrace all the way and stop me out. So I'm actually liking the first 15. Obviously, one's got to close bearish, and taking that first 15, this is the first one I've taken so far, but like I said, I've watched about 10 of them play out perfectly, and it's a very easy 1-to-1, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at this point I'm just going to break even. Hopefully it breaks at 600.
Yeah, I still think it's going to go down. I had a good morning, so I just ended up closing everything. So I'm like, you know what? Today was a solid day. Win in New York, win in Asian. I'm happy. I'm not trying to be greedy.
Yes, sir. Beautiful. I want to go break even, but I don't know what, because I have 2 different trades in. I think the Magic Keys is confused or something.
Gotta update it.
Yeah. If it breaks this low, I'm gonna go break even on it.
Oh, I just broke it. Say something like that again, dude. Maybe we'll go further.
SL at entry. There we go. So we break even on this. If we bounce here and go up, the sells will be invalid and buys will continue up. If this is valid, we should respect this high and continue to fall down. So we'll see how I think we're gonna break through here, but gotta trade what we see, so we gotta actually break it for it to be valid.
Still looking good, I think. On the 5 minutes, it's still breaking lows.
Yeah, I would have secured something here, but I only have like.
I'm only at 4 pips. I don't even see it worth it.
0.2% in right now, because I closed that random 0.51 that was in. I just closed it and just got rid of it because it made like $14 or whatever. So. But yeah, I'm only up a few pips as well.
See, like, I don't. What's your idea on it? Like, so, the way I'm seeing it is if on the 5 minute this closes bullish, I'd rather call this trade, done and finished. Like, I don't see it going down. But at being up 4 pip profit, is it even worth taking? Like I'm up like $33. I have a $1.36 running.
That's up to you.
Like how do you view that? Because it kind of hurts, if it all of a sudden it breaks, and then you lose out all those lots.
The way I look at it is you can never be wrong with profits. So because I'm a big believer in this, like what Uncle Ted was saying on the stream is like the moment that you, I guess I don't want to say like harm yourself, but think negative on taking profits is the moment that you'll start losing, and your losers will actually be way worse than the winners were. So
it makes a lot of sense.
I think in terms of wherever you're looking to take profit, like I think what's helped me over the last 2 weeks psychologically is just look and find your target. Like, how big was your stop on this one?
7. But the thing how I view it is like, if I'm risking 7 pips and I don't take 7 pips, it's like it doesn't really make sense to not let your trade play out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so just wait till you hit your 7 and then call it.
Yeah. I think this wants to break down.
I also want to say is I agree with Mike there. Is like once it is 1-to-1, I'd rather secure some profits and go break even and just let the runners run.
You just see like the entry I got to get my 1-to-1, it would have to break down here. I still need like 3 or 4 more pips. So it kind of like it negates what you're saying.
Yeah, but then you also like one thing I was gonna say with that is like you would base off the 30-minute, right?
What?
Your entry?
Yeah.
Okay, wait 1 second.
You also gotta remember I have a 2 pip spread.
Then like if you're doing the entry and stop loss off the based off the 30-minute, then the target should be much lower also though. Because if Paul can switch back to 30-minute real quick. I was gonna say the target should be down here then, no?
Yeah.
I think this still has a lot of room to go down.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's what's break. Like, if your stop loss is based off 30-minute and your target's based off the 30-minute, might as well take the where your target is on the 30-minute, not like obviously secure profits. And there's never anything bad about securing profits, and no matter if it's even a pip, you'd rather go a pip than break even, and you'd rather go break even than a pip and like a loss.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm covering my spread or my commission right now. Just letting it run.
I want this to break this hourly.
If it does, it's gone.
I agree.
Dude, we're going to 0, boys.
Let's go. Like, Paul got the beautiful trade, the swing he's doing right now.
I might add this position to the swing and let it run down to here.
The full position?
It was a scalp turn into swing, I believe so.
Nice.
I was about to be a millionaire off this trade.
No. Well, it's a 2.71. So if it runs 37 pips, that'd be 1,000. So I think if I can hit 20 pips, I'll be more than. If I can hit this support, I'm gonna be more than happy.
Dude.
And then my runners will continue to run. Ooh, look at that volume.
Oh baby.
Let's go.
I might even hold this under. If this thing sets up down here during Asian, if it sets up here for Asian Open, if it sets up here for Asian Open, we are gonna be dropping missiles.
All right. So what happens if it gets there? Where's your next target?
This wick, kind of in here.
Is that where you're gonna hold it next?
Right there would be the target. 30 pips. That's more than enough.
What's your runner at right now? 70?
65.
65, yeah.
Oof. Yeah. What lot?
0.51 and 0.51. So yeah, a 1.02.
Nice. That's my full position. Dude, if we could close below this for open.
That's what I'm hoping. That would be very nice. So hourly's looking good, but we need to break this low to further invalidate this bullish move.
What do we got? We got, what is that, like 3 pips?
Yeah, we're right there.
Let's go.
If you go back to the 4-hour, it looks like it just, like, now it's more clear. It did the rejection and I was heading down because it's flipped. Wait, what? Why is the 4-hour so different? My 4 yeah, my empty for 4 hours is different. It did the rejection and it's like flipped now.
Damn, bro, I'm at it 1-to-1. Almost want to let
Securing
this
some or
run.
going break even?
Nah, I've been at break even, but I kind of just want to let it run. I want to see how this closes.
Definitely gonna secure some at 1-to-1.
Yep, I'm gonna secure some on this big position and just make it.
A runner.
Yeah, I'm gonna secure $17 per pip worth, whatever that is. I don't know what that even is. I gotta figure out how to do it first of all.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I secured some up where exactly when the mic secured because I had like a 3 pick stop loss.
Oh, 5 minutes moving.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, Gurjan and I are taking like the same trades. We've got like the same strategy every time, dude.
Yeah. Today I went against the wolf, but it just made sense to based off the resistance it was at.
Yep, same thing. And I've seen, and we both, I mean, you and I, and I mean, everybody on here, but we've watched this happen so many times, I feel like.
Yeah. So just like adapting now to the markets.
It didn't like that area.
Oh, it definitely did.
Yo, I went to go click my button and it retraced. I'm so mad. Still breaking lows though.
No.
On the 5 minute, there's yet to have one bullish candle form.
Yeah.
That's the wild part.
How do I close? How do I close partials using the order entry on MT4?
Double click your size.
I did.
Or just the trade, and then you see up top volume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you gotta type the volume you want to close.
Yep.
Yep.
1.70 was what I want to close. Eventually.
Alright, I closed partials. You guys convinced me.
Yeah, you got 1-to-1. Why not, man? Secure something and then let the rest go.
I don't know. I just wanted to see big numbers.
Boy, was I off.
You don't need to hit a home run to be profitable.
Yeah, no.
Just get on base. Just get on base.
It's just looking nice right now.
Still 15 minutes on right here.
Yeah, we really need to break this low. That's gonna be crucial.
Yeah, watch this happen. It's gonna come up now and then. Woo!
Yeah, dude, stop us all out.
Yo, Paul.
Yo.
Would you check my chart out, please, mate? When you get a sec.
Yep. Where is it?
I'll put it in the chat now.
Ooh, that was a nice close.
It was. That was a nice 5 minute. Got some good strength now. Looks like.
Ooh,
Yep.
the Asian boys are killing it.
I'm telling you, everybody always talks smack about Asian. But we're getting these moves.
It doesn't really matter what session you trade if you have, for example, a risk reward in mind. So I always go for at least a 2 risk to reward. So you can get that in any session.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about, you know how like everybody says, oh, like New York and London's better, they have more volume, which obviously like it does kind of have more volume, but I'm just saying in general.
Alright, so
I mean, it all depends what kind of a trader you are as well. So for example, in Asian it's nice and slow, so you can get a nice easy entry quick. Whilst for example, you look at GJ sometimes in like London, New York, like you see a good entry or whatever, you're working out whatever kind of stop loss, etc. And all of a sudden it just fucking it's gone.
Don't swear.
Or it's too high or
No swearing.
etc. So the good thing about Asian, it moves nice and steady, nice and easy. And sometimes you get those big moves, but in Asian, because it's such a lower volume, it's a nice, smooth. You might be in the trade for a little longer, but it doesn't matter. You can still get the good trades in any session.
Alright, Harrison, so it looks like we got strong bearish momentum. This is GJ on the 30. Same thing we're looking at. Did you take a trade on this, Harrison? Did you enter?
No, I ain't entered yet, no.
Oh, you're waiting for a close below here?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright.
Because if we're coming down, I can catch that.
Yeah, you can catch it
to
down
the
here.
bottom, to the support, about 10, 12 pips.
Yep, 100%.
That's the 1-to-1, so it's just more confirmed.
100%. Excuse me.
Beautiful trade, boys. Oh, which you say your target was for your runner? The 477? Oh, it's okay.
So, 131, 500. Low there. Or like, below the 1 hour low.
I kind of want to move mine down.
Yeah, I think he's looking for the wick fill on the 1 hour.
On the 1 hour?
No, I'm not looking
Yeah.
for a wick fill. I'm just looking for it to break the 1 hour.
Oh, never mind.
No, what are you? Is your super target 477?
That's the support I'm looking to take it to.
Oh, and then you're closing your runner and everything?
Nope. God, nope. I'm gonna secure 1.7 of my position and let the 1.0 run.
Dude, we got a nice move if we break that 400 area.
Yeah, I want to see that hourly break.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful.
I'm thinking of moving my super target down. Like 131 flat.
Who's still in this trade? Anthony, Paul,
I am too.
Sahil, nice.
Yeah, I secured 1-to-1, and I'm just letting. Well, I closed about 60% of my position.
Nice.
I'm gonna let 40% go right now. Stops aren't at break even yet, but they're at the top of the hourly candle, current hour candle.
Gotcha.
And Robert had a nice entry.
Where do you get in now? What do you say?
750.
Oof.
What a baller, bro. See, Paul, this is what I was talking about before. This candle right here. That big wick. I always see that big, huge wick, and then I see it just go opposite.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that a lot.
When do you guys move your stop loss to break even?
Typically when I hit 1-to-1, I bring it to break even, but I also, if you're in profit, but the trade just doesn't seem to be moving how you want, just go break even. If it takes you out, continues in your direction, you can always re-enter, but you didn't lose if it does continue and go against you.
We got the first bullish candle on the 5-minute, boys.
Yep, I saw.
See, that's where I would break. Sorry, Paul. What were you saying?
I was just saying, it was a 15-minute close. 15-minute looks good so far, but we still need to break that hourly candle. So
I want to see what happens in 15 minutes with the Asian Open.
Oh wow, we're already at Asian Open? Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm slying when you're having fun.
Yeah, apparently. Wow.
If it doesn't break this zone that you have drawn up, I think it's going to do a pull up first and then continue heading down.
I hope not. That would take me out.
Well, boys, let's just say it's going to head down to the Asian Open. Put the positive vibes out there.
Yeah, I hope we set up.
Always negative.
I'm hoping we're setting up down here for Open, but
yeah.
Well, that's just a hope. Doesn't mean that's gonna happen.
What, the next 15?
Hey, you never know. Honestly, if we can set up under here, that'll be good enough.
That's the hour.
We've got news in 5 minutes as well.
News?
It's just a yellow folder.
The yellow folder. But there's news, yeah.
Yeah.
I completely missed that. Thank God. It's only yellow.
Should you even worry about yellow though?
No. I was just like, I didn't even realize there was news. I always check, and I just forgot to check today. I think so.
Dude, that's so embedded in my brain. I don't even realize I'm opening it in the mornings.
Hey boys, I'm gonna pop off and go get some stuff done.
Hey, bro.
Peace out.
Yep,
Take care, dog.
Ciao, Bella.
I love when we get a nice trade early in the session.
About to get another one.
You're gonna double down here?
Hell no.
Even if this stops me out, I'm still gonna look for another entry to go down.
Yeah, I want to see what it does in the next 15.
If it stops me out, I'll have to look for another entry. Oh boy.
Alright, Mr. Runner. Dude, I went on Slack and I saw your entry. I was like, damn it. That shit dropped.
That's not good.
Yep. See, this is 5 minute, dude. You could have had a 3 pip stop right here. You're already at 1-to-1.
If my positions didn't get messed up, I would have secured something, but
maybe we'll come up to like the here 650 area. Make a lower high.
5 minute did look like it needed a bit of a pullback.
Yeah.
it made a low. Needs a lower high now.
Yeah.
Man, if we could have closed where we were for 8 o'clock and got that little wave of volume, that would have been nice.
Does anybody have a resistance at like 66, 67 on the 15 minute? $66, $65-ish, around there.
Around
Or is that
30.
super different?
Where?
Yeah, like basically where these candles are, but mine's a little slightly higher. Mine's like 65, 66-ish.
I mean, possibly. I mean, these ran through it and came down nice, so.
Yeah. This is a bit far, but I'm just saying. Something to look at.
I have a wick that tapped it. Well, no, that's what I was talking about on the 5 minute. Like here, look at the screenshot I sent.
Yeah, it's on the 5 minute too. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm gonna get stopped out if it goes there though.
Yeah, my spread was high.
Yeah, my spread's right there.
My chart looks different from the yours 5 minute, but I get what you mean. It's basically the exact same area. Never mind. I was looking a bit further to the left, but I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. I want to get confident in this 5 minute, dude.
Just keep doing it.
I know, dude. I'm still like I can't take entries like 80% of the time. It pisses me off. So I can't imagine myself taking 5 minutes anytime soon. I miss so many moves. You ever go through that, Paul?
What?
Not being able to press the button. Like your analysis are on point, but you just can't press the button.
For entering a trade?
Yeah.
Back in the day, yeah. Not
But
anymore.
you need to get over it.
Keep doing it over and over and over.
Yeah, I feel like sooner or later something just has to click in your head.
Yep.
I'd rather have that than myself when I was first trading, over trading, clicking buttons left and right.
Yeah, but you know what? I've realized, like, I think I'm so afraid to just let go and follow what I see that it might make me too impulsive. You know, it's like kind of playing like devil's advocate with it. So, I don't know, it's hard.
Wow, this thing is right there. Holy cow. That's gonna suck.
The spread's like 2.5 pips and took me out at break even.
Yeah, my spread looks way higher. It's like, so like, it looks way above the candle, but it's really, I can't imagine that's less than a pip. That's insane.
My spread's higher than it was before, like 30 minutes ago.
Mine's about the same, but it just looks way off. So like, this little dotted line is like way up here, and the candle's way down here. Just, it doesn't look like a pip.
Oh, you got the asking line on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that thing.
That's cool. Let it come down.
Nah, it just stopped me out, dude.
Oh, you did, though.
I'm still in.
Dude, it literally flicked my stop loss.
If you usually get stopped out of break even, like how do you usually re-enter, or what's your tips or advice on that?
For me?
Yep.
I would just wait for, if this takes me out, I'll just wait for just another entry, same entry style, just same confirmations and whatnot.
I think the best way to look at it is you don't want to chase, right? So, I mean, it's better to make no money than to lose money. So if it doesn't give you a confirmation of another entry point, kind of just take it for what it is and figure out how you could have managed your trade to not get stopped.
Yeah, get one of these accounts with lower spreads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or you could get Pulse Broker.
I think if you got, I've got like these no commission one. That's why the spread is bigger.
That makes sense, Pippi. I do have it stretched out. That's probably why it looks so off. Yeah, it looks a little better now.
Yeah, aren't the no commission accounts? They have a lot bigger spreads, don't they?
I mean, mine's less than a pip right now, so I don't know. Maybe.
No, but you pay commission, don't you?
Honestly, I never checked.
You don't even know if you pay commission?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're on the 0 something, right, on LM?
Well, LMFX has commission. I don't think the FTMO didn't, but now it does apparently. So.
Oh, you didn't see what There was a post in Raj's Slack about someone, or it was about like someone's trading style and how like they got sent a message that they're gonna be adding commissions now because of like the volatility in the market or something. Here, I'll find it for you.
Yeah, they didn't have commission, now they do. So, oh well.
I'm gonna try to find it. I don't know if I can.
What's the lowest time frames you guys enter on?
For me, 15.
15.
Depends what pair I'm looking at. So, for example, I like to trade GA sometimes. I'll only enter that off the hourly. GJ 15, UJ 5, GU 15. But that would be entries, not actual setups. The bigger time frames for that. And then same as gold. Like, I used to love trading gold, but gold at the minute is just saying fuck you to everything.
Stop swearing on the stream.
Sorry, sorry.
I wouldn't worry about entering on the 5 minute.
Yeah, no.
Until you like watch it for a while and you could really try to figure out what kind of strategy you could use, because it's very unforgiving. Like you could see like a support or a resistance being formed, and next thing you know, the wicks get broken and you get stopped out.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough consistency.
I've been watching it for a few weeks now, and I'm starting to at least try to do it. And I've had a few successful trades. I haven't lost one on it yet though, but it's just, I don't know. I was like back testing it. It's a little sketchy. You gotta really have it like form a support or resistance at a strong, area. That's what I've been noticing, at least, where it looks super confirmed.
Yep, I got taken out of break even.
Yeah.
That sucks.
What do we think? Buys to fill this wick up there?
I don't know.
I'm looking for buys on either this 30 minute close or the next 30-minute close.
What's up, Dorian?
Hey, Stefanos.
How you doing, buddy?
I mean, right now, look,
Doing good, thanks.
In that zone.
Hey, Paul, when you get a chance, can you go to the 5 minute?
Yeah, one sec.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Alright, so I don't know who was asking about the 5-minute, but like in my mind, this area was like concerning me, right? So it's like kind of a strong support that I needed a break, and we had lower lows and lower highs all here, and eventually we had a bullish candle. So the way I see it is it had the wick down, and the confirmation was after all of these, we had a bullish close. It didn't come down to break the low here, and then as soon as it breaks the high here, I would put my stop right here, and then have the 1-to-1. And this is like that's like a 4-pip candle, so you could take 1-to-1s at 4 pips there. Or no, it's actually like a 3-pip candle. I mean, I was looking at that, I was gonna do it, but I just want to trade, so I didn't really see the need to. But that's like something you could do on the 5-minute.
I like to see, like, if this keeps going up to that resistance, and then maybe form a weak bearish 15, and then I close below that for another re-entry.
Mm-hmm.
When you have like really tight stops, do you not fear like it getting stopped out more easily?
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was saying in regards to you gotta watch it for a while and really feel confident in it, because especially like I think Ashley, like he was talking about UJ, so UJ spreads are really small, so you don't have to worry nearly as much as something like GJ, where if this thing flicks me for a second, I'm stopped out because 2 pips spread to a 5 pips or 4 pip stop loss. I mean, you have no wiggle room. So that's why I always wait for that wick down, and then once I see it flipping and breaking the high, that's when I would take it.
Right, makes sense.
But I mean, something like that, like in general, I also put my stop a little bit, lower or higher than the wick, just to keep, the distance from spread, and I'll just watch my trade, and if I see it break, I'll manually close.
Yeah, I'm giving my stuff a little bit more breathing space. I've not got that good yet.
Well, I mean, I think, as long as you're in the trade, you should just be watching it. The stop is just more or less for people that just can't manually close.
Sorry, my
Oh, look, it came right to that 650 area.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna dump.
If we break that bullish 30-minute, or that bullish 15-minute, I'm gonna sell it.
Yeah, dude, I was just thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
Because hourly's bearish with a wick to fill now.
We're bringing it down to 0.
So if this hourly doesn't get above here, we have lower lows coming in, just like we did in Asian over here. Lower lows, and a drop. So that's all we're waiting for.
I would have never even thought to look at that structure on the daily. I'm happy you said that.
Ooh,
dude, this thing is dumping, bro.
Damn.
Like, I'm telling you, that entry from Paul was almost like perfect for the swing trade that he was doing.
Just Paul's perfect.
The analysis that he put into that, like when he explained it, just made 100% sense.
Got back in.
Yep, same.
I got stops above the previous 15, which is pretty much the current 15.
Yep, same. Right there.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
That was a big 5-minute candle. 10 pips, dude. We running.
Let's go, baby.
We running.
Got that volume in now. Asian session volume.
That's the same thing that happened yesterday. We had this bullish close, the bearish close. We took sells. It ripped right through it and went up. Same thing here. Asian open. Bullish close. Broke down.
If we took the 4-hour rule here, we're the lost here.
Yeah, 4-hour has no bottom wick on my screen, so.
Oh,
baby.
Now imagine that it closed down here 15 minutes later than it did, dude. We would have flew.
Yeah.
Good call, guys.
Hey, don't say that yet. The trade's not over. What kind of crap is that? You know the rule. We have to break this 2-hour. Did we break that previous hourly? Yeah, so we broke there now. Yeah.
On the hourly, it looks really nice. It broke I was to say the past 2 previous hourlies.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now we just got to keep going.
Yeah, I'm gonna set my auto BE at this support.
477.
Yep. But for people in the stream, that is the importance of managing your trade. We went to break even. This thing could have totally just taken off to the upside and hit our stop. But we were break even. We didn't lose anything. We got more confirmation of where we're going. And we get basically a second chance without having taken this trade in a loss already. We basically are taking this trade fresh.
Yeah, I think we managed that super well.
Mm-hmm.
Did this break the 1 hour?
Oh yeah, it broke everything. Hopefully we'll continue down.
I want to close lower than 590 here. On my 5 minute, that's where the, oh nice, 5 minutes of that.
No one's saying anything right now. That's a big 5-minute candle. Huge.
Yeah, I like that close.
Asian Open, it pulled back nicely from Asian Open to push further down.
I guess it was a little bit of that JPY news that it was anticipating, and it's just still anticipating a stronger JPY.
Yeah, pulling back for the new hourly open. The new.
You left a little range to be filled.
We got more news at 8:30. It's a yellow folder.
We'll be way out of it by then.
Ready to
better be.
We soaring, baby. Hopefully we can get a nice healthy bearish close right into the next zone.
Yeah, on the 15, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
As long as we close below, like here or here, that'd be ideal. Dawson, this is GBP JPY.
Paul, you trade any other pairs?
Nope. GJ go.
I really like GJ. Miss gold.
This 4 hour needs to flip. Daily's about to flip too. Kind of. We're right there.
How many pips is that?
For the flip, we need 6.
Trading for you makes it look like it's 40. Oh! Oh!
GJ.
Gimme!
Yeah, this thing rockets. Where this wick down here is what I'm targeting is right here. So yeah, right about here.
Oh shit!
Go,
Hey.
baby. I'm gonna say
Sorry.
Don't make me put you in timeout and take your mic away.
I know.
I have a. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but you guys are in the middle of a trade. I'm gonna let the trade play out first.
Richard just wants to jinx us, dude. Put him in the gulag, not me.
He was in the gulag today and he was going off. We actually did a 1v1 sniper earlier today. Honestly, I was like, whew, I'm gonna dust him so hard. It was a really close game. It was very fun. Yeah.
Dude, you gotta invite me. I'll carry you.
I'm telling you, come on tomorrow.
No, we're playing tonight. The ladies at her parents tonight, so it's Call of Duty Central tonight.
So you're allowed to be on the video games tonight, I see.
I'm not allowed to be, but I would that almost came out really wrong. I can be because I won't want to hang out with her because she's not here.
Who wants to hang out with her?
I'll try to hop on tonight.
I do.
My girl's right here. Look, she's staring at me. I don't want to hang out with her.
She's like, yeah, that's why she's going to bed tonight. In pajamas.
She sits in my bed, watches TikTok while I just play video games screaming at people. Sad part is I wake up and then I make the breakfast. Can't even get her to make me breakfast.
Making breakfast.
Dude, I make bomb breakfasts.
One of these days, we're just gonna hear right across the mic, and he's gonna be like,
"Ow!" No, that's me, dude. No.
Be like, "What happened?" Be like, "I just got slapped. That's what happened." You just hear in the background, "Keep running your mouth on the stream. See what happens." He's just MIA for like 2
Tell her to
minutes.
watch the stream. Then she's gonna be like, alright, this guy's talking too much.
Yeah, right, Gurja.
Sorry, Paul. That target you've got is that the resistance on the 4 hour or something?
What?
Oh, we coming, baby. I need 2 more pips.
Paul, can you go down to the 4 hour real quick?
About to flip.
And zoom out, please.
Yeah, I secured break even.
Nice.
I was gonna say, I have a runner running right now, right? Can you like zoom out a bit more?
Dude,
And I was gonna say, once it breaks for me, my current one's was gonna say bearish, and once it breaks is bearish. I think I was gonna say, I think it has a ability to run down all the way where the forest zone is down there. If you zoom out a bit further.
Down here.
Yeah, like right here.
Yep, I agree. Oh,
So
it just flipped bearish too.
That'd be like a 200 pip runner, which if it plays out, that'd be.
I wish.
Beautiful, but I won't see. Because to me, like the only area that can cause trouble is this forward candle. Oh.
Hold on.
Yeah, doing. Is this forward candle? I feel like.
Yep.
And then even then, it might come up or create a bearish candle. I mean, bullish candle, and then continue heading down, with weekly within the mind anticipating the weekly to flip bearish.
Yep. Daily's about to flip as well, and then that should send us down.
Yeah. So I'm hoping this runner runs.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold mine again. I'm gonna secure this position. I'm gonna secure something here, and then maybe just secure like 90% of it, and let the rest run with the rest of it. But we still got to get through here.
Yeah, we're at a huge resistance on the 5 minute or support.
Yeah, I mean, this is also where we were in the middle of the day, though, so there wasn't really any volume here. So if we look left, we'll go to the 30-minute and look left. We're clean traffic here, so I do believe we're going to get through here. It's just we have to...
When?
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm not going to go break even yet because this typical setup, if we close where we are, we're going to get a wick up to the bottom of these two and then a move down ideally. But if this goes lower and closes like under here, then yeah, it's way too close to my stop loss.
I mean, we broke this low here on the 5. I was like a pip away from partials. Oh, it's come back.
Yeah, there's a little bit of volume. Oof.
I was kind of good at sport. It's like trying to strike that balance between when to move your stop to break even versus giving it still some room for a wick up or something like that.
Yep.
You going, boy?
I think it's really dependent on where your entry is when it comes to breaking even. Unless you're obviously up, you know, like if I'm up 9-10 pips, I'm gonna break even because if it retraces at that point, dude, like I don't even want to be near it.
Yep.
Don't say that. I'm up like 18 pips.
When it breaks here, it'll be break even automatically because then we'll be below everything and then we should just continue.
I'm like scared right now because I want to secure my runners so bad.
Then do it.
No, but I just see like no, because I already secured profits. Like technically, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I didn't hear runner. That didn't register in my brain.
But this runner target that I have, that's like 210 pips.
Dude, remember that conversation we had that you were telling me the other day?
Yeah, I know. I'm holding it, but it's like
just manage it.
I don't because sometimes when I manage it, I move the stop loss weight further down, then it spikes up and hits it.
Yeah, but at least you get to learn off it, you know, instead of just closing it, and then you don't even pay attention to what it did. Or just be like Paul and get in 70 pips higher.
Yeah, Paul, if it hits my target where it is, Paul would be up like almost 300 pips then.
Shit.
Yeah,
Imagine that, Paul.
I'm up about 70 something right now.
Yeah, so it'd be like almost 300 pips where I have my target.
Dude, if I could do that with $1 lot.
I have about 0.30 on it right now.
Yeah, I got 25. I'm only up 5 pips though. I think my super target is 131, 310.
My super target is like 129.55, roughly around there.
I'm actually gonna drop mine to 131 flat. No, 131.1.
Because I'm planning on the weekly flipping bearish and then hitting down.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry.
Paul, can you go to 3-minute real quick?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking to. I haven't gotten in yet, but I think it's gonna break down as well below the support.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to get in if it closes below here on the 30-minute. I'm gonna get in on the next top wick. That's my plan right now, but I'm just waiting for the 30 minutes to close.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah. Ideally, I'd like us to close below here, but
that'd be golden.
I mean, 4 hour is. Yeah, once we break below here, we'll have broken. So this line was the low initially made by the 4 hour. We need to make a new low to then further move the current 4 hour lower than where it was. Same thing, 2 hour almost broke. So this kind of is looking like a fake out up on the 2 hour, but we still have not broken that. We need that new low to be breached.
At 477?
Yep.
I think this was there's a nice correction after New York. It pushed on during New York and then consolidated during the low volume time and it kind of pulled back. I think we could get a nice move down.
Yeah.
Dude, we had a really good double dip here.
I wanted to take it with you guys another entry, but I'm like, I don't want to put myself through that. Might as well just watch you guys take it.
Frankie.
I'm pretty much up like 2% so far for the day, so it's not bad. With one runner going right now, I'm happy.
Are you doing a super target for the runner, or are you securing like?
Right now, I've secured about 80. I've already secured 80%, so I'm gonna let the rest go. But I haven't put my stop loss to break even yet either. I do have it a bit lower to minimize risk, but I still want to wait for that 4-hour low to be broken.
Yeah, I think I have the same chart I use because we use the same broker. Like for me, I feel like once it breaks the 4-hour low, it's going.
Yeah.
I just wanted to break before the 4-hour closes because it's closing in like 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is it, like 8 pips?
Let me check.
I'm thinking we may retest at 610 here. Made a new low.
Yeah.
Hopefully. It's looking like it. Honestly, wouldn't mind that.
It's like 5 pips, Anthony. Like from the previous 4-hour low.
I see.
Because for my chart, the 4-hour, it looks different from trading view. Once it breaks it, it just looks clean to the left for a while.
Yeah, what I'm seeing. Wait, the 4-hour low is at 477, right? That's the one we're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, because then we have those 2 closes on the 1 hour at like 445, and then after that, I mean, we're pretty clean for like 15 pips. And then we have that small little wicket retrace there. And my super target's that next support.
Yeah, we're just getting a bigger retest, I'm assuming. But man, that pulled back very hard.
Are you a break even, or is your stop loss still up here?
Stop loss is still up there.
Yeah, I think if it doesn't break this resistance here, I think you're good then. Personally, that's what I'm viewing.
It's just a retest.
Yeah.
Even looking at the original structure that you're talking about, when you look at moves that have happened previously like this, there is like a little bit of that stronger bullish pullback, and then it continues going down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Paul, you killed the analysis there.
That was really good structure. Boom, boom, exactly.
Who drew that?
The legend.
Scribbly hands.
Yeah, if I was break even, I would have just got taken out.
That pullback was 1 5-minute candle.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the 5-minute looks like still good structure. If it gets to that resistance right there, it looks clean to continue going down.
Yep, lower lows, lower highs in the structure.
Look at the 5-minute what it did before when we were in our first trade and it pulled back to that small little support there, retested it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's doing the same exact thing at 600.
Yep.
And then we're all gonna wake up with 5,000 pips.
There's some nice volume though. Those 5-minute candles are massive.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that what swing traders feel like when they wake up with all those pips?
Possibly.
Bro, I'm stressing and I have a runner and I was like, how the hell do these guys trade like this?
I don't know. Dude, if I was Paul, I would have closed that thing at like 40 pips. Like, I wouldn't be able to handle it. Like, seeing myself get all the way down to like 80 or 70 or whatever it was at.
And then they come right back 50.
Up? Yeah, dude, I'd be like, nah, I can't do this. There's too much.
I would go cry.
Especially, dude, a 1 lot, Paul?
Fuck that. You boys gotta read trading in the zone. Get those emotions in check.
Bro, that's a couple $100.
My emotions are in check for scalping, not swinging. I didn't prepare myself at all for swinging.
It doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger.
Dude, I'm too strong.
Too soft.
Yeah, alright, dude. See me in the gulag. I'm not resin you guys tonight.
Did the I was gonna say YouTube chat catch these trades too?
I hope so.
Dude.
Type yes if you caught this trade.
Paul like put it like straight on the table. Josh, we know Josh took it. Josh takes it all.
I'm hoping we get down to my wick down there at 282.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
282.
Yeah, it was that big wick that came down. If you look back in price.
On the 1 hour.
Yeah.
1 hour, 30 minute. Yeah, 30 minute I think is a body.
If this 5-minute closes like this, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping we close like, or run all the way down again.
Yeah. If it closes like this and then the next 5-minute breaks it low, that's showing this gonna continue heading down.
Yeah, I like that big wick though. It gives like that hard retest and then a quick rejection.
I really want to break this area. I was gonna say before the 4-hour closes.
We gotta break that line before it.
Yep, we got what, 36 minutes?
What's that? That's the 4-hour close?
Yeah.
TP is below support because I have a crystal ball and it told me where it's going. Honestly, I don't know. We'll see how this forms, but maybe here. Otherwise, I think this wick fill. So Rakeel, the analysis is that the daily should continue down, meaning we should break through here as the daily flipped. And this is kind of our support here. But
we got Rakeel in here.
Oh, look at this.
Okay.
Yeah, I just closed it. I took 700. I'm out. I don't care. Rakeel convinced me. I didn't like the pullback. I'm out. That's it. We win. I didn't want to give back my profits on a second trade in a row.
On a 0.
Yep. I still have my
running though, right?
Oh yeah, I still got 700 running. Yes.
I want to wake up on like a Friday with that still going.
Yeah, I want to wake up next week with it still going.
No, I'm not gonna hold over the weekend at all. You crazy, man?
Yeah, no, I'm closing these. Once these runners hit $1,000, I'm closing them. So if this thing falls 30 more 30 more pips, I'm gonna be taking it.
Wait, it hits 30 pips?
If it falls 30 more pips, my runners will be at $1,000, so I'm gonna take them at that.
So it's gonna be like 100 pips then?
Yeah, it'll be 100 pips.
I'm going for the long move, the 200 and.
Yeah, and knowing GJ, I think we can fall to here, but it could also pull all the way back up to here and then fall again tomorrow. So if it does that, I'm gonna take this money I made, and then if it pulls back up, I'll just re-enter again and take it back down again.
Yeah.
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 So,
I think I'm targeting 320.
About this wick. Right. Sweet.
Yeah, I stopped losses to break even. Just runners going.
Nice.
And
yeah,
our analysis today killed it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been calling this move since Sunday, but, it's fine.
Dude, if you didn't post that on Instagram, it's not true.
It's on YouTube. It's even better. It's in video format with my words and a video of me saying it.
Damn.
Suck down those apples.
I told Paul way before, like last week,
What was your name again? I'm sorry. Are you new here? I think you're new here.
But that call from the call that you made was like pinpoint. I feel like.
I think that daily analysis was golden.
Can you just introduce yourself quick so we know kind of your background, sir?
I'm a nobody. Don't listen to me. Listen to Paul. I'm a nobody.
Wait, isn't he the Gulag God?
Whoa,
yeah, he might be. I've never seen him lose a Gulag, to be honest with you. Not once.
The YouTube handle just got changed to trading with Gurjot.
No. I'm muting myself. Bye.
No, who did that?
Yep.
Dude, the Asian session volume is the new New York session volume. They're switching, I was told.
You just need the right person. Oh, there we go. You just need the right person to trade it.
Who's that?
I don't know. We're waiting for him. I don't know where he is. Or she. Could be a she.
Oh.
And we didn't get any charts today. That's.
Misogyny.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I set my chart, you never looked at it.
I don't want to look at your crappy chart.
Dude, I put a lot of effort into it, man. Yo, was anyone on, did anyone listen to, Rick Keel's live stream today?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Did you listen to everyone from the YouTube chat?
No, I never looked at that garbage.
No, he posted the link in YouTube, and I actually, like, almost had a brain hemorrhage.
What do you mean? Was the YouTube chat saying dumb stuff?
Sinister thing ever.
Was the YouTube chat saying dumb stuff? They're normally pretty rowdy.
They were writing all over the Zoom, but everyone had their mics unmuted, dude. Like, my brain was actually gonna blow up. I thought I was
so annoying.
crying. Yeah, it was horrible, man.
I said in Slack, I was like, never again.
Dude, honestly, I'm surprised Rick Keel didn't get banned, because God only knows. I honestly thought words that should never be spoken were gonna come out on this.
Yeah.
I don't know, his chat, there's so many people in there, like it's, I don't know how I find it difficult to keep up with mine, and his is like 5 times that, so I don't even know. I feel like you'd have to ignore like 80% of the stuff being said to just kind of weed out the good stuff.
I'll just get like a Ted in here. He could just combat all of them.
He goes off, bro. It's like the best thing ever.
But Paul, you gotta realize, dude, sooner or later your shit's gonna start popping off more than it already is. So you gotta be prepared for that.
Yeah, I am. I'm mentally ready. I just can't see it yet, I guess. I know we'll get there. It's just I've never been there, so it's all uncharted territory for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a bunch of bot accounts and start spamming your chat with bad stuff. Alright, I'm up 10 pips on my run. I think we're closing it.
Alright, so I'm gonna ask the chat, and whoever shows up here every day is gonna know this answer. Let me set up. Oh, I gotta make this pretty. Yeah, if this thing gets below here, it's a free fall.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the 4 hour. Is your 4 hour on the MT4 still didn't break it, right?
Nope, not yet.
Out.
Nope.
Mine's at 443.
I think it's about to break it for me.
Yeah, it's just there.
So everyone, if you show up here every day, you're gonna know the answer to this. And if you answer it, we'll do some sort of reward or whatever. But this bullish candle formed support, right? Question mark? Yes? No? If it formed support, what happened here if this is support? Can someone tell me what's going on here?
Well, I'll give it a try. So if we form support, then we should be making higher highs and higher lows on the 15 minute. And once the 15 minute is broken at our supposed support, then we're not making higher highs and higher lows anymore, correct?
Yep. So did we form a support, or what happened? What actually happened?
Retest.
I think, yeah.
This is not a support. This is a resistance.
Resistance.
Yep. Well,
for me, this is the massive pullback.
No. I almost got stopped.
Exactly. So, just like when you see stuff like this, it's simple. Did it break above or did it break below? Broke below. Okay, so this is a resistance. This is not a support.
Yeah.
And then if we look yesterday in Asian session, the trade I lost on, right here, we took a sell. Didn't break the low, broke the high. This is not a resistance. This was a support. Price went up. Simple as that. There's no magic indicator or the 5.5 candle and it has a 2-inch wick. There's none of that. It's did it break above or break below? And just focus your analysis on that. Your charts will start to make sense.
Exactly.
I promise.
Yeah, that one 50-minute candle didn't break the previous 50-minute high, so it's respecting that as resistance.
Ain't got no 2-inch wicks here.
I didn't know what I was gonna say, like a number that would actually be relevant to a candle, but I had no idea what would have been like the proper like a quarter of an inch maybe.
I just want to know why 2 inches popped in your head though.
That's funny. You can DM my girlfriend and she'll tell you.
Yo, relax, bro. PG-13.
Don't come at me like that on the stream. It's my stream. You have to respect me no matter what.
Alright, fine. Sorry, I got the 2-inch.
I mean, I wish barely to.
1-inch pinch, baby.
Okay, let's new topic, guys.
That news for JPY
No.
was better than what was it say forecasted. So technically, it's a yellow folder, but I'm just saying technically the JPY should strengthen.
Should strengthen.
Should, but
go up.
And sometimes the market anticipates it, goes up a little bit, but then still continues its structure.
Maybe that's why we had this little pullback.
Exactly.
Or it just doesn't want to break 440 here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that the yen's gonna gain strength because I just opened my position on this top wick right here. We're gonna push through right now.
If we make as long as this comes back bearish, I think we should. Because the 4 hours now flipped back bearish too. Oh, it's not fully. But we did break it now. We broke that low. So I think we'll be good. I think this will close bearish and we'll fall.
We broke what low?
The initial, so this line, this purple line was the initial low right here. It has the 4 hour has a new lower low within itself.
Okay, see.
Yeah, I think after seeing like a big candle like that, like a big volume candle, I think we should expect like another bearish candle, maybe not necessarily the same size as that one on the 30-minute, but bearish candle.
Dude, once we break this 440 area, we're pretty solid to go down. I think it's looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Are we really playing Warzone tonight or what?
Yeah, I got nothing else to do.
You guys are on PC or console?
Console.
Alright, so then I gotta get your, do you know how to add people on PC?
Yep, Activision account.
Okay. Alright, word. I'll send it to you on, Instagram.
Okay. I'm down. You got another hour to hang out here, so.
Yeah.
That's funny, Kurt. That's a good response. If someone comes at you like that, be like, yeah, from the floor. That's funny. Alright, so I'm trying to, I try to make the analysis look super good, but there really wasn't a whole lot. I mean, the daily was bearish. We formed resistance. We made a new low. That was it. There was nothing else. I mean, I guess we could say target.
I really like the implementation of the 5-minute we had on that pullback there.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
So like, that initial pullback we had after our first trade.
When we got stopped at break even.
Yeah, but so we noticed how like it pulled right into that mini support it created.
Yep, and then
Or
it bounced
turn
like you
resistance.
were saying. Yep.
Then it did it again on this trade too.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like I said, it doesn't need to be confusing. Just
Dude,
we
forget
could
all
have.
the EMAs and trend lines.
I could have executed all this without any zones or anything, just on one thing. This candle broke below here, meaning we're gonna go down. That's it. And probably stop in here. Maybe it'll fall further. If we make new lows, we'll keep falling further. That's it.
Can you imagine trading without zones?
I tried it for a little bit. I just like mentally, like I see them anyway, but I think it's a good visual for new people for sure.
Honestly, I think boxes are so much better than lines. I think when I first started trading, I'd always want to see it close below the line. Or close above it, you know?
I like the boxes better as well.
Have you guys traded any other strategy other than like creating those zones, support and resistance and stuff like that? Like, I mean, like Fib, using indicators and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
work well.
used the 50 MA a lot before with fibs.
I did 200, 50, and 14, and I still I had no idea what they mean. I just like I what do you look at if they tap him or close below or something?
I always heard something like
It's kind of like it's like a resistance that moves, right? I forgot the word for it again. But
Yeah, I used to.
Moving average?
yeah, the moving average, yeah.
I used to enter on the 14 EMA on the 1 minute. That would be like my entry once if it was like, turning down, and it would pull back and hit the 14 EMA and I'd enter right there.
And it worked?
Yeah, well, no.
Yo, can you imagine entering on 1 minute?
I was gonna say, what's Fibonacci? I always hear people trading based off that, like this Fib level, that
Pitchforks.
Fib level. What is that? Like what does that tell
Looks
you?
like a pitchfork. I don't know.
They're just levels, so it's like price will usually react to the 38.2 level, 618, and the 72% level. It's basically like 0 to 100, and it's levels that are broken in between it by percentage. It's like it's a golden ratio if you do the research of it. Everything with Fibonacci.
So it's like if it gets to this percentage, it's like something's gonna happen. Like it's gonna reject off. Or like
you start the fib from the high to the low if you're looking for a sell, and then you see price retrace back to, let's just say, the 50% fib level, which is like a really good area for it to reject. So you'd look for sells there.
like, have you used it personally before? Like,
I've personally before, but not with this. Right now, like I like I rather wait for previous lows to be broken. To me, that's a better confirmation, and the fibs kind of just screw you up a little bit, right?
No, yeah, I just hear like a bunch of people always using it, and I just want to see like what's the probability behind it? Like, does it typically respect those areas and stuff like that?
It's supposed to be good.
That's so like subjective. I mean, whatever works for you, right? Yeah. Like the way Paul trades is probably a little bit different than the way that Rakil trades. And then you have like people that do order blocks, whatever the hell they are.
What the hell is that?
An order block? I don't know, dude. I don't even know where to begin to explain.
That's the first time I ever heard that.
Well, order blocks are pools of liquidity where you think a lot of retail traders have trades involved in, so you look for wicks to break that, and then there's usually volume to the opposite downside of that order block.
Dude, what do you know at all?
I've done a lot of research with a lot of different styles.
Bro, screw every other style. I say we stick to this style. Short and resistance, zones, higher, low, lower, high. Keep it simple.
My runner got stopped out, dude. It's going up. Lost.
Yeah, it looks like I only had like 0.1 on this.
Yeah. It's alright. We did good today. I don't even want a runner.
I think it's just respecting. It's gonna respect this.
The 600 level.
Yeah.
I was thinking that I was gonna move my stop up, but I didn't feel like losing anything.
See, if the 15-minute continued making like lower lows and lower highs, I would have definitely trailed my stop into the profit. But in this case, there was no option for that, so it is what it is.
What, your full position?
No, I've already secured more than 90% all the way at the bottom there. I literally just got in my position as a runner. If I get stopped out, it's not a big deal. It's break even.
Babe, you gotta go to the gas station, get me, babe. Yeah. Babe, I'm grinding video games tonight. Shh.
Jeez.
Paul, can I see your markup for the trades? Oh. Mans ain't even there.
I'm here. Stepping away.
Close out of my position.
I think hourly's gonna just fill that wick on the next one. To be honest.
Yeah, I'm still in my original position with the runner running. I break even.
Oh, from the first trade?
Yeah, I didn't add any or anything like that. I just stuck with it.
Dang. What, did you take any partials at 440?
Yeah, I took partials a long time ago when I got 1-to-1.
No, I'm talking to your runner.
No. I'm letting my runner run. I'm not touching that. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's a runner's job.
Oh, alright. I'm sorry, big guy. Hey, Paul, did you mark up the chart for the trade yet?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Yeah. You're in Slack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll drop it in there in a sec.
Thanks, dog.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I used to use? I used to use the parabolic, that, and then two more. I forgot what they were called.
Wait, what did he say? Pardon me?
There's one that were like dots over the candles.
So you took me back to Mapcast. I thought you were talking about like in those graphs, those U-shaped graphs. I was like, bro, what?
No, they're indicators.
Okay.
Yeah, like what he just drew.
Yeah,
and then
those are the graphs that I learned in thing, like cosine, sine.
Yeah, alright, dude.
I'm being dead serious.
No, I know. I was like, I don't know. Like 10 years ago.
Parabolic
waves.
waves.
2 + 2.
Yeah.
What were they called?
Parabolic waves.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, because then the graphs, those graphs that I learned is like this, right?
You know all the ones that are underneath your chart, where it's like it shows you volume outside of the middle. No.
Pardon me?
Like those indicators, they're underneath your chart.
I have no indicators on.
Alright, dude. You know what?
Like indicators underneath the chart are like what, like MACD?
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
There was one other one that's similar to MACD. I forgot the name though, but I used that as well.
RSI.
Yeah, I don't know how those didn't make any sense because
like
they would always contradict each other.
RSI is used if it's overbought or oversold. So if it's off, it's overbought, so you're looking for sells, and if it's at the bottom, it's oversold, and you're looking for buys. With the MACD, you'd use divergence. So if your price action is going down and your MACD is giving you a bullish MACD divergence, so there's a bullish trend line going up, it's an indication that price is deaccelerating at the bottom, and it might start shooting back up.
Bro, you definitely use all that stuff on your chart.
No, I don't, bro. I used to use like a bunch of it before. I used to use MACD with EMAs and fibs, and I used to take positions on the 4 hours, which would be kind of like a hybrid day trading strategy that I was doing before.
But what would you do?
Dimes today, but the guys have bare knowledge about all the strategies.
What would you do if they contradicted each other?
Well, the thing is, you really only want to use one, right? You want to use the one better, like it's a more confluence towards your trading strategy or your plan for that night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never really liked RSI. I liked MACD because it would be great on the 1 hour to find when price was bunching up and you could get the reversal, right? MACD is really good for reversals.
Anthony, I sent that for you.
Thanks, pal.
Yep.
I think when I first started trading, I looked at gold and I used to use that MACD indicator, and it would work best on the 1 and the 4 hour. So I would look at it from the 4 hour and I would execute on the 1 hour.
The only other strategy that I started using for a bit was like something called like FTRs or FTDs, something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Fans don't even know what it's called.
And once you start looking into like price action and shit like that, all indicators fall.
Yeah.
Like none of them work.
Price action just makes like sense to me. It's like simple. There's like nothing too complex about it. Like you just go with the flow.
Bear charts are. I feel like it just makes it so much simpler than it. You know, you could view it. That's a poor choice of words, but you got what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's dude. Trading is so simple. It's just there's so much psychological.
I also think people try to overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
It's because like as kids you grow up and watch these like movies and all these trading movies or like these what's the
Gurus.
I forgot the street.
Oh, whoa, watch your mouth.
My bad, I'm muting.
Gurjot, you're on your last straw.
Yeah, dude. You don't want to be me right now.
Yeah, you're not even on a straw. You're on. You're floating right now somehow. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the Antarctic.
I was gonna say, could you drop them to the 5 minute real quick?
So you're gonna swear on my stream and tell me what to do? Wow.
I'm just like, I'm focusing on the charts now.
Okay, what's up?
This looks nice on a 5 minute. If this closes like this, I think it's gonna continue heading down.
I'll say that I'm out.
I agree.
If it breaks
So she's in 5 minute made a new low like that.
Yeah, and it has no top wick too, which is nice.
if it breaks that 15-minute low, which is the low of the 4 hour, it'd be nice. But it's gonna be 4 hour open soon in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm kind of salty that it didn't break the 4 hour low. It was right there.
Still might at the start of the 4 hours.
Dude, if you look at Paul's markup, you realize how simple these trades were. Oh,
bro,
I just died. Mr. D.
Like he's drowning.
Who is that?
Paul, save us.
Oh, shoot, sorry, muted the wrong person. Didn't mean to mute you, Sahil. I'm waiting for this 15 minute to flip. If this breaks this low here, I think the 15 will flip and will come down.
Yeah,
entry.
You guys... Sorry, Anthony. Like you're looking at the 5 minute, right? Anthony?
What? Yeah.
You're the one who's looking at the 5 minute, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, would you take this entry here, pretend it broke this 5 minute broke the low here, and have a stop loss? I know this has no top wick, so maybe up here or like slightly higher.
So like I don't like this. I don't like right here.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
But like, let me see. Maybe no. I feel like that's just me chasing. See, if anything, I would just want to take it underneath at the bottom. I wouldn't look at something like this.
No, I know. I was just talking about in general, like not actually taking a trade, but.
No, yeah. I'm looking at it just.
Yeah.
You gotta look at it like if you would take it. You know what I mean? But I don't like how it's just bunching up like that. It just looks like it's just rejecting. We're just starting to consolidate here. You know?
Yeah.
If anything, I would take it below this area.
I've been doing something like this, drawing up. Sorry.
We're coming to a 4-hour close as well as an hourly close. So that's also something to be aware of. Typically 4-hour closes, hourly closes, it kind of pulls back a little bit, leaves a wick.
Like, Paul, can you drop to the 5? This is like super. This is super ideal. What I would look at. So like, you know, we came down here down to here.
Yeah.
And then here we have that wick to tap into the next zone. It rejects. And then I would wait for this candle to break this high, and then I would just take it up. And that's like a super quick 1-to-1 RR. But like sorry, what?
I was gonna say, would you take that? But that was against the trend there. Would you take that against trend or like momentum?
No.
With the trend?
So what I've noticed so there's a lot more confirmation obviously when it's going with the trend, right? Like my favorite ones, the ones that I've noticed that work out 100% of the time, you know, obviously not 100%, but you know, the majority of the time are the ones that, for example, when the bias was bearish, right, today, and we came down, we came back up to retest, and this is like super ideal because we didn't dude, why is he doing that? We didn't break the high. We didn't break the high here. And it closed bearish, forming a support, or bullish. It formed a support with this bearish candle, broke the low, and then we just plummeted, right? So
Yeah.
that's going along the trend. So I feel 10 times more confident taking that. But at the same time, you look at it like initially we had our zone here, it broke, it came down here to our next zone. If Paul didn't end up switching it, that was where our next zone was, right? So I would look at it like, okay, so it's at a strong zone right here, and there's no reason that all of a sudden these are doing higher lows and higher lows and lower highs, and then all of a sudden we close bullish, right? So we close bullish, so I'm thinking, okay, so it's gonna come up to and then I'll look at the 5-minute and I'll look at this and be like, all right, that's the next support that we have, or resistance. So I'll be like, all right, it's gonna at least come up to retest that, right?
Yeah.
So that would be going against the trend, but I would be like, you know, it could make sense because in the end, when it comes to market structure, it's constantly going up and down, but realistically it's going up and down to retest, you know, old
like
supports and resistance, right? That's like
Yeah.
the moral of the story of trading.
Like you'd catch it back on the pullback, right?
Yeah, so like, if you look at market structure, the most simplistic way to look at it is like, the candles are moving up and down for a reason, and that reason is to retest, you know, lower lows, lower highs, retest support resistance. Like it's going up and down to retest things, right? Like just support and resistance areas. Or else, you know, if there wasn't one, so like say like there's, you know, you have a support at point A and at point B your resistance is 200 pips, and there's nothing in between, it's just gonna go there. Because that's the next area, like that's the next point of interest, right?
Yeah.
So the way I see it, especially on the 5 minutes, since it's such a short time frame that it shows really, really tiny support and resistance levels, it would make sense, in my mind at least, that it's going to come from, you know, here to here because we had this support, and then it couldn't break this support and turn it into a resistance, so the next point of interest would be this area, so it came up to here, you know?
Yeah, but that makes perfect sense because like it came back and retest and then it broke fully down.
Yeah, I mean, you could say like, obviously it's like hindsight trading because it worked out that way, but I've been watching it for weeks and weeks on end, and it constantly like pulls back and forth to those areas. It's like, it's the same thing that we had over here, right? It pretty much pulled back to right here.
Yeah,
like
this
initially
one.
right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say,
keep an eye on it. It's interesting.
yeah, one thing I was looking at is basically like how going with momentum on the 5-minute, and you know when sometimes on the 5-minute it starts getting the consolidation zone almost like this. Like obviously this is slightly bigger. and then I look for a candle to not wick up, like see if this wicked up, but kind of to close up or down, whichever direction the momentum's in. And then once this closes up, possibly enter at the high of the candle, and then continue it up and having the stop loss below it. That's one thing I've been looking on the 5 minute, going with momentum only though.
Yeah, but see, like the thing is you have areas like the one that you just squared out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get used to this annotation, but that's the one thing that's tricky about the 5 minute. So, I mean, I don't know which way these candles moved first, but you have this, so you're like, okay, so it might retest here, and it didn't break the low, but it only came up to here, right? So that wouldn't be a good R to R. So I'm not sure if this candle came down first and then came up, but that's why, like, sometimes, I don't try to base my trade solely off the 5 minute or look for 5 minute trades, because the 5 minute's very erratic and it could just, break highs and lows at the same time, be just crap on your trade overall, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I try to look for like those really nice, like when I see it really reject on a support or a resistance and it does everything I want. Like I look for it to reject it. I look for no low to be breaking or no high, whatever way it's going, and then I look for the inverse of it breaking that high, and that's when I would take it. If it doesn't have all those points of confluence, I don't really bother.
Alright. So
yeah, I just want to get your how you were looking at the 5 minutes.
Yeah, take what I say with a grain of salt, dude, because I suck. But
No. It's always good to hear what you're analyzing and how I'm analyzing and just comparing the different strategies.
Yep. Alright, William, so the idea behind this, don't make it confusing, and don't try to... What you don't want to do is this. Okay, we have resistance here. We have a support here. We have resistance here. Resistance here. That's going to drive you nuts. Just look at the candles. So what we did is we started on the daily. Previous daily is bearish. Okay. Maybe we continue bearish for the end of Asian into like London and New York session. Maybe we fall down to this previous daily low or into here. So we looked, this daily made a previous low or a lower low to this one here. This one now has a lower high to this one, and if it breaks here, it'll have a lower low, which will be very good confirmation to come down. So sells make sense there. So then we go to the 4 hour, same thing. These are all making lower highs coming down. This one made a high above this one, but this candle didn't do anything. So I wouldn't really consider this a higher high to this one, because this one moved, what, 20 pips total for 4 hours. So this was during no volume time, so that wouldn't count as making a higher high, in my opinion, because this breakout was kind of under here, was kind of the high. This didn't really retest or do anything, or even move for that matter. This one had volume. Asian session opened. We did a little retest. We came back, closed the week. So then price is still making lower highs. And now let's go to the 1 hour. We have you see how all these lower highs are coming down. Price makes lows, it comes down, lower highs, new lows. This made a lower high to this. This didn't make a lower low here, but we closed bearish, so that makes sense for sells. Maybe once you break this hourly low, you enter there, but maybe there's a better entry on the 30 minute. So you go to the 30 minute, you see this is a bullish 30 minute, so maybe this is support to take us up. But if it is, we shouldn't break below here and we should head up, kind of fill this wick, maybe get up into here. Maybe there's a better entry. Let's go to the 15 minute. There we go. So we can enter here below this bullish candle, because if this is a support, we should stay above and continue to head up and come into this area. So all you look for is, from daily down to the 15 minute, you're making these lower lows, lower highs on the candles. You have this bullish candle. Maybe it goes up, so you just say once you get your next new low, if the stop loss makes sense, you take that trade. So stop loss was 7 pips. We got a nice clean 12. Not clean, it's kind of ugly, but we got a nice 12 pips down. Maybe take your trade there just at the new low. So if you would have taken even after this bearish candle, kind of forming resistance right here, which is the original idea, but we got stopped out. Take it at the new low here, stop loss here or here, and take it down to the same target. So that's kind of how you can walk through it without even using a zone. Just use the candles, and then your zones are basically just areas you want to pay attention to. So if you rewind the stream, you'll see I had a zone about right here on these wicks. That's right where we turned around. Your zone doesn't mean this is where price will turn around until it does turn around. So your zones are just like, this is where price had a reaction last time. So maybe if it comes up to this area again, it'll have another sort of reaction. Price was going bullish, came into this reaction area, reacted, and came bullish. So your zones are just areas you pay attention to, and then the candles are what you need to use to actually see where price is going, because it's really simple. If price is going down, it's going to go down and make a new low. New low. New low. Came down. New low. Came down. New low. Came down. Same thing going up. New high to here, goes up. New high to here, goes up. New high to here, goes up. Bearish candle. Maybe resistance, right? We come down, fall back down to here. Never made a new low. Broke the high, price went up. Same thing here, this one. Didn't break here. Didn't really break the low, it's kind of the same area. So just wait for a new low. This one, no new low, didn't really go anywhere. This one made a new low, so we should continue to fall probably into here, where we had this reaction last time, because we had a support to take us up. Price fell to there, had a reaction, fell again. And that's all it is, really. I mean, we did all that without even using a zone. So, oh, we're about to break here. That'll be, yo.
Would you consider zones the same then as support and resistance for people that are a little more familiar with that? Is it the same to you as support and resistance, just zones?
Yep. Zones are basically support and resistance.
Okay.
I mean, there's tons of words for it. Supply and demand zone.
Yeah, there's lots of lingo for it. Some people just call it different names, so I was just wondering if everyone understood that they're all the same. You can call it whatever you want.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna, yeah. I was gonna use some corny analogy, but I'm not even gonna waste my breath. It's all the same crap.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, would you look to get in for another sell if it breaks this low?
No, just because my runners are in and I did so well on that first one, and the fact that I took 2 trades already, I'm gonna take what I got and just chill. But yeah, I think this could, if this breaks that bullish candle, the hourly is very bearish. That'll be a new low to the hourly. Also, can you delete that quick? Thank you. So, same concept. This one didn't make a new high, didn't make a new low. This one made a new low with a new lower high. This one, if it breaks here, we'll have a new low, and then we should continue to fall and break this support. Because the idea is, if this is support, right here, it's kind of ugly because there's no bottom wick there. But if this is support, why would this candle make a new low, confirming that we have more room to go down, or that we should continue down to then go back up? That wouldn't make sense. So what would make sense, if we're not going to break this support, is for this to not get below here, and for price to start making higher lows on these smaller time frames. But as you can see, we got a new low here. This could make a new lower high and a new low to further fall down, and then this would be our hourly wick that we make a new low to as well, which would then be a break of the 4 hour, which would then break here and fall down into this free fall area.
4 hour still has room to make an upper wick though, no?
Yes, but if the rejection is strong enough, we should fall through here.
Gotcha.
Or that
4 hour candle that formed, that's not forming right now too, has a really nice rejection wick on it.
Yep.
Which means buyers were rejected.
Yep.
Not the one forming now, but the one before it.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean, what I said earlier might have sounded confusing. To simplify it, if this candle goes below this candle, we'll keep coming down. If it doesn't, we're going to go up and try and fill, and then maybe come down. But it looks like it's getting ready to just, it's had enough of the support is what it's kind of looking like. Excuse me.
So if you look at the daily, too, 130.70 and 129.60 are very possible because you have the daily, you have 2 rejection candles in a row, and it could very well go to 130.70 or 129.60.
Hi, Paul.
Oh shoot! I thought my computer froze. Got so silent.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure who said that it's like it can possibly go to 129.60, but that's where I have my target at, on the basis of the weekly flipping and then closing bearish and everything like that.
Yeah, I was looking at the daily chart, and the last 2 dailies have a wick at the top that's pretty substantial up at the 132.35 area. So it tried to break that area twice on the daily, and it couldn't. So it probably is going to have to go down, like you said, to 129.60, at least 130.70.
Yeah, I hope so, because that's where I have my running. Like, just like on the 50-minute, like dropping down to the lower time frames right now, it's just creating let's say lower highs and lower lows. If Paul can switch real quick, because it's just going like this.
What do you want?
15-minute. Like it's coming up, down, up, down, up, down. It's gonna come back up, probably down, and then continue with this momentum.
Yeah. I mean, if you go to the weekly, it could go down to 125. The weekly has a really big candle down at 125, really big tail or wick, whatever you want to call it, down at 125. It looks like from March 22nd or so.
Yeah, but I don't think. Like, do you think we would reach that within this week or like within the upcoming weeks? Because
you know, the markets never go straight up and straight down.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna do that, it's gonna go up, down, like you're saying on the 15 minutes. It's gonna up and down, but I would be selling every move up on it.
Yeah, I'm
personally the target down to there, right?
Yeah, I'm personally holding on till where you were saying like the 129.60 area based on the 4-hour also, because I don't want to hold over the weekend or anything like that. And then to me, that's like the last bit of support. And if it breaks out, then it's going to continue heading down, but it might reject off that and come back up a bit.
There's a lot of room, right? There's a lot of room between there and the next support level for sure.
Yeah. So it's like if someone does hold over the weekend, this does close bearish, it can be a nice trade for them, and then for it to continue heading down.
Hey, Paul.
Yep.
You think you can open Euro USD quick?
Yep. 1 sec. Yep, exactly, William. Simple is sufficient.
And the last thing I was gonna say is like on the monthly, has a massive wick to the left to fill.
I just made that up,
Yeah,
by the way.
The 125.09 area or 125 area.
Yes, yeah.
Simple is sufficient.
Yeah, I just made that up. That's
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you go to the 4-hour,
Right.
my friend was showing me this. If you gotta zoom out a little bit, a lot of it, a little bit more, a little bit more. All right, so you see this area?
Hmm.
Oh God, dude, what do I have, like Tourette's? See how these all pull exact spots here?
Mm-hmm.
And they all came down?
Yep.
What do you think of that swing trade? This 4-hour just closed bearish.
I actually sent Ted something like this a very long time ago. And just because
It looks too good to be true.
Exactly. So just because this happened, every time you hit these 2 areas,
Doesn't mean it'll happen again.
what color is price right now? It's bullish. So if you get continued higher highs in here, you're going to continue to head up and go off into here, maybe up into here. But it does look like it's going to come down because the last time we were here, we were at this height. Now we're at this height, and now we're lower than that, and now we're lower. So this looks like it could go bearish, I would say, maybe to here or to here. And if you break there, then yes, probably back down to here. But I wouldn't, just because it comes up to here, I wouldn't just, sell, boom. That's it. TP or stop loss up here, sell. It's gonna do what it wants. Wait for those kind of indications.
Just remember too, the more times it hits a significant resistance level like that, the less strong
Likely
that resistance becomes that it holds. It's like throwing a baseball against the glass window. The more so.
Yo, Clay, your internet like just died.
Ooh,
it sucks. Trust me, we're having a storm right now.
GJ's breaking. There we go.
Yeah, I'm about to take an entry, baby. Third time's the charm.
Oh my gosh.
Better get that runner. Nah, but in regards to the baseball hit in glass window, dude, that's actually that was a really smart analogy. But I honestly think I could break that glass window with one throw.
Yeah, probably. Most people could.
Oh, whoa. All right, man.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I'm gonna wait for 15-minute close to fully active. Just the first 15 in the 4-hour open. See what happens.
Yep. So Hayden, what you said, that break of that bullish candle, I've actually been testing this since I started doing it. If you go on GJ only, so other pairs it might not work, but if you go back and look, every time a bullish candle breaks a bearish previous, you get a big move. Same thing, vice versa. So we have this bullish candle. We broke it. We got a big move. We have, well, I mean, this one would be here. Broke it. Big move. Broke here. Big move. Broke here. Big move. Broke here. Probably big move. Same thing here. This bearish one broke here. Big move. Broke here. Big move. The only times it doesn't work is when price does this. The only reason, unless you're completely wrong, the only way this high to low idea of the candles doesn't work is if price does what it's doing in this box. So as you guys probably noticed, that's what we call ranging. And this actually worked. It just would probably be, actually that worked. But same thing here. Doesn't work because this made a new low and then it made a new high. So that completely disrespected what was happening, and then price ranged. So if you ever take a trade on a new low or a new high and it doesn't play out and it breaks, it like disrespects the highs and lows it's made, give it a minute, because there's a pretty good chance you're going to go into a range. It's like, it happens like 70-80% of the time. If candles don't, once they make new lows or new highs, if they don't continue to respect that, at least to a target, price will move sideways.
That was a good close.
So like this one made a low here, and there's a clean target down to here. That makes sense. Maybe this over here, but I wouldn't worry about this. Personally, this new low would have honestly, this would have been an entry for me on this candle right here to sell it down to here. I would have sold that. I actually probably did, but I lost because price ranged. Same thing here though. This one made a new high to here, but these are kind of the highs we need to get out of. So when it goes sideways, wait for the highest or the lowest to be broken, and if the stop loss makes sense, take it. Otherwise, just wait for a close and then take it on the next one with a better stop. But you see, this one's kind of the high we made. Same here with here. None of them broke above. This one made a high to here, and then we came down. This one broke the low here, and it was pretty close to here. So if we're going to come out of this range and we break here, we're going to have a much better chance of breaking this and falling to here, or much deeper. Right. Jawad, I don't really care.
So, Paul, what you were just talking about, there's patterns, right? You're talking about patterns that repeat themselves, right?
No, just price action, just candles. That's just what happens when certain stuff happens.
Right, and patterns repeat themselves, right? I mean,
yeah.
In the mini I've been doing this, patterns repeat themselves day in and day out, right?
Yeah.
So if Paul were to come to each one of you guys and say, I have a pattern that's 85% accurate, where do you have to have emotions, or do you have to have psychology in trading anymore, or do you just go off the numbers?
I just go off what the candles do and say.
Right. So if what you're trading is 85% accurate, there really shouldn't be any emotions in it anymore, right? Because you know you're going to lose 15% of the time, you're going to win 85. You should just push the button, right?
Yeah, that's all it is now.
Right. So you trading is about finding that pattern that works for you, right? Paul or whoever it is, and then if you've got it to where it's 85% accurate, that should take out the psychology of trading. It
100%.
should.
100%. I think that and the simplicity of your trade and makes it just so much easier to do.
Yeah, but see, I feel like there has to be a switch that flips, because I mean, what you said makes a lot of sense, right? And that's one of my huge problems. And I mean, obviously, as cliche as it sounds, easier said than done, especially in a scenario, in regards to what you're saying. But I mean, we're as human beings, we're so much more complex. Sorry. We're so much more complex than simply saying you're 85% successful. It should get rid of, oh my god, should get rid of the psychology and just pull the trigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it just comes down
to. It can't be that easy, right? In our mind, it can't be that.
But
easy.
It should be.
In our mind, it can't be that.
It should be 110%. Yeah, 110%. But I think it just has to come to that point where you just have that realization, and it may come sooner for others, or maybe later on. But you just need to get to that point, and every day you need to embed it in your brain that point has to come, and you need to let it. You need to open up to it. I'm still working on it, but
I ask myself all the time when my pattern's there, I'm like, do I trust my pattern or not? And the answer has to be yes, because if it's 85% accurate, then who cares? You're going to lose 15% of the time. But do you trust the pattern that Paul's teaching you, or do you not trust the pattern that Paul's teaching you? And if you do, then there should be nothing else that matters at that point.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I've seen myself. I've grown so much in trading in the last couple of months, and like I see things that I thought I would have never seen, and I have the mental consistency that like I'm so proud of how consistent mentally like I paper trade in my mind. But to this point, I still can't take entries, and I don't know what could possibly fix it other than time. You know what I mean? Just one day it's like when you're having an argument with someone, and you're right up until they say that one simple statement that just has you speechless, and you're like, I didn't see it that way, or that's
that one simple statement would be the 15% of the time that you're wrong, right?
Yeah.
So the other 85% of the time you're going to be right. And our minds just can't get through that. Our minds are so afraid of losing that we don't realize that anyone would take 60% right. 85% right is the golden ticket, right?
It's insane.
Right. But in our mind, we can't fathom because we're still scared to lose.
I think it just comes to the point where you just get so fed up, and I think you just kind of gotta let loose and let it just take its course on you, and then you just it's just like I guess you could say it's like study. It's like stress, right? You study for a test. You sat there and studied and you stressed yourself out, and you were going insane because you're like, how the hell am I going to pass this test, right? And then you passed the test, and you sat there and realized that a week ago you were stressing so hard on how you were going to pass that test, when in reality, a month down the road, you're stressing about something new and you forgot about that previous stress factor. You know what I mean? So it's like you sit here and, like me, for example, I can't, it's really hard for me to execute. I'm going to sit here for months and months, like I have been, stressing and pissing myself off that I can't take a trade, that I see all these trades and I just can't execute them. And I'm sure down the road, eventually, I'll come to a point where something like this very moment isn't even a thought in my mind. But I sat there and killed myself.
What I would suggest for you is take the next 10 trades that Paul takes, lower your lot size to 25% of normal, and just get used to pushing the button and trusting that. And then once you get through 10 trades, you're going to be like, okay, I can push the button, because it sounds like it's a push the button issue for you.
It is push the button, dude. Yesterday, no, this morning in NY, I wake up at 5:30 every morning in Eastern. I saw 2 trades that were like my ideal perfect setup, like something I should have took, and I didn't, and I hit my 1-to-1 risk to reward in like 5 minutes of the candle, the 15-minute candle, and the first one I got so irritated.
Reduce your lot size by 75%.
Yeah.
Just for the next 10 things, so you get used to it's muscle memory, right? Just you used to pushing the button and not having fear of pushing that button. Just reduce your lot size. And just say, I'm just going to do the next 10. I don't care what happens. Whatever Paul says, I'm going to take the next 10 and I'm going to do it. I don't freaking care about the money. I'm just going to get used to getting in the habit of trusting that this is going to work. It's not about the money. It's about getting mindset.
Yeah, but before that, I think you have to get into the acknowledgement that you have the same analysis as Paul, right?
Yeah, I think my opinion is I have this belief, and I think it's substantiated because it came from a bunch of podcasts and a bunch of books that I've read, and I don't know, like you gotta find some like a pattern, whatever it is. You gotta find it, what makes sense to you. Whatever makes sense to you.
Yeah, you've got to mold it into your own thing.
Players.
Trade exactly like Paul.
Yeah, like poker players and what Uncle Ted was saying, poker players and whatever competitive sport, like no one copies exactly what another player does. They take certain aspects from their game, and they put into something that makes sense for them, works for them, and so yeah, that's why I pretty much just told myself like 5 weeks ago that I'm just gonna trade one setup, and I've just been watching it play out over and over again, and I just got stopped out. But like Uncle Ted said, some market conditions aren't gonna make sense for your setup or your strategy. So a lot of pushing the button, like you're referring to, just comes from like experience and just like from experience and like trusting your own analysis and finding something that works for you.
I got a perfect example for that. So I posted one of my trades on Instagram like a few weeks ago, and a kid from my high school messaged me, asked me questions about Forex or whatever. And he asked me about my mentor, and he asked me if I follow his trades or his method. And I was telling him, I've learned a lot from him, but I do my own thing. And he's like, if he's making big money, why not follow his method? And I said, I follow his method to an extent. I have obviously implemented it into what I see. But I said, what am I gonna do if he doesn't come around anymore? And he's like, if his system is successful, it should be good forever. And does it not work that way? And I was like, systems work, but charts, stuff's changing. Like gold, for example, you can't change gold anymore because of what's going on in right now, right? And I said to him, I've implemented how he trades, and I've learned from it to make my own success. And that's how you take advantage of someone teaching and mentoring you. You don't sit there and try to be said person. You learn to be a better version of yourself, right? So it goes to what Dorian was saying about like what Ted said in regards to, I've heard Ted say like, people want to be and do exactly what that person they're following is doing, but in reality, you should take what they do and implement it into what you're doing. To have like to mold yourself into becoming the better version of yourself. Rather than purely trying to take Paul's exact entry and his exact exit. Because say for example like YouTube's on what, like a 5-second delay or something like that. You're never gonna get Paul's exact exit.
I think it's 30. I think it's 30.
Huh?
I think it's 30 seconds, but yeah.
Well, that's even worse. Like, dude, when I first started trading, watching Raja, you know how many trades I've lost, but he won? Like, you know how much money I've lost simply
I know all
because...
about it.
Yeah, because
he has bad skills and you gotta learn.
No. It's just as simple as the other day I lost a trade when he won it. I had the same exact analysis, but you know, my finger stumbled. I couldn't take the entry when I exactly wanted to, but I took it like 3 pips down the road. I took it 3 pips down the road. He got out at 10 pips. Like, he took his 10 pip partials. I couldn't. And you know what happened? It retraced and stopped me out. You know, like 6 pips I closed early. Right?
Oh yeah.
But that's why, you know, you don't want to try to become that person. You want to become your own person.
Who's the guy that said he can't execute? I need you to teach me what that means because it's gonna help my trading.
Alright guys, I'm gonna head off. I will see you
Wait, are you closing it, Paul?
Yep, I'm gonna, it's 8:30.
Who's the guy? Wait, one second.
Me.
Who are you?
Anthony.
You're the guy who said you can't execute?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I don't believe you.